Hey, good evening, good night, and good morning, ladies and gents. Welcome to the Comic Crusaders edition of the Drunken Previews with some of the Drunken Chat Son crew. Thank you, Ultra Maximus, for joining me. He is the Transformers master, the master of the Raw report that's going on daily. So if you can, go ahead and freaking follow this young gentleman over here, and then he's going to help me out with the previews for the month of September for stuff that's coming out in November. How you doing, man?
Doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I really appreciate you coming through. You had to put the kids to bed, freaking had to kiss the wife good night, and then we're going to get a little tipsy, a little freaking loud, and freaking we're either going to freaking cuss these publishers out for the crap they're giving us, or we're going to freaking give them some praise. So we'll
Bunch of
see
tipsy
what's
with a
going on.
soda, but yeah, we're gonna maintain.
All right, let's see. So let's do this. So it looks like the first one that we're probably going to freaking go with right now is DC. DC recently they broke away from they broke away from Diamond and they got their own thing going on with Lunar and DCS. So it's good that they have their own little magazine that we can go through. It doesn't really give a lot of information because once again the most important stuff that we are interested in is of course the incentives um, and some of the newer ones and the new first appearances for characters that they've got going through, but it doesn't always give that much. It's always a mystery. So, but we're going to try and traps through this and see what's going on. So, interesting enough, they got on the cover right there. They've got uh, is that Black Lightning, um, which is kind of weird. I've never really seen him featured much, actually, except for his TV show. So Green Lightning, Flash, Wonder Woman, Flash, Batman. I'm not sure who that young woman in is on the cover with the afro and the little baby, and maybe that's his family. Maybe I'm thinking if I know anything about the TV show. And then the other interesting thing that kind of caught my eye this month was the whole Sweet Tooth, because I think Sweet Tooth was originally by Image originally, but now they're making it over to DC. I believe that's with the Jeff Lemire title. So that's going to be interesting that they're making it over to DC. Let's see. So highlights for this month is going to be Batman number 102 through number 103. That's this interesting little suit that's going to be coming out. There is a 1 to 25 of that suit. I believe it's in 102. Um, that's going to be kind of interesting to see if anybody cares about that suit right now. Um,
Well, there's gonna definitely be people who just like the Dark Knight's metal. They're gonna be buying every one of these tie-ins. So any of the incentives, if they offer anything on the cover, such as what just transpired with the Robin King, I foresee them actually being fairly desirable. So yeah, people should definitely hit you up on the pull box for these, man,
yeah,
because some of these look pretty gnarly. And I'm not even like a big time DC reader, but DC's metal and the metal tie-ins, I got talked into those by the local comic shop workers. So your LCS is probably gonna order these, but if you're not asking for them, they're probably gonna order them and try to slot them in your bag anyway, and hopefully you get them. um, but it's still there's always something wild that happens in these tie-ins that doesn't happen in the main story. Oh, and look, did we just get a bomb by Maclay?
What's up, guys? What's
there
going
we
on?
go. And oh man, we have absolutely another treat for everybody. This is Brian McClay from the Bog podcast. Man, freaking, he is a master extraordinaire of all the weird shit. Not weirder than Nick, whose ass needs to show up, but um, he, he,
he he's out of it, man.
yeah, he could definitely bring the heat. This is definitely the guy that I go to when I know stuff about sports cards and all those weird hobby cards. He's going to get me into it. So it's absolutely a treat, man. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Oh yeah,
Um,
man.
so we decided to start with the DC stuff to get that out of the way. I'm already starting to see some weird covers that's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow along and bringing up previews as we talk.
Yep. So yeah, so the weird thing about previews is, of course, that DC broke away from the Diamond preview. So I don't know how much of the covers are actually inside the previews, but if you do find stuff in previews or you don't find it in previews, and you're part of the Drunken Chat Comic Crusaders previews box, you could just freaking hit me up and I'll freaking order it some other way.
But they can also follow along right now at DCComics.com, right?
Absolutely.
And that's what's up. And a lot of people have been wondering what was going to happen with this. And as somebody who used to like a centralized list for all of my variants, and I could see what ones had cover art released almost 2 months out. No longer is the case with DC books, and it makes it very, very hard to speculate on DC. But DC's been doing a really good PR job as far as getting this artwork out. And that looks awesome. I gotta say that does look awesome. And
Yes.
that's for 102.
That's
So
for 102. That's 125.
So and I want people to know that this is coming up. 100's about to drop, right? 100's the next issue, I believe. And that's the one that has that ice blue armored Batman on the design variant for it.
Except for which one? 100. Yep.
For 100, I believe. So if 102, yeah, see
Wow.
that, yeah, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
You know what this is doing to me? I've been seeing a lot of these covers recently, and it's making me angry that I didn't start collecting them. I could see people totally collecting this set.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, that's
was
exactly what DC was hoping for.
And I wasn't hot on it at first. I didn't like them at first, but for some reason, the ones they've put out recently is making me be like, man, I don't know. It's starting to warm up to me.
Well, and this one's going to have spec value. Obviously, 102 has spec value. Who is the guy on 102? Who's the design of? Because I'm not reading Batman. So
He is called the Ghostmaker.
Ghostmaker. Okay.
Yep, Ghostmaker. Yep.
So wow, that's some pretty incredible stuff. And does Ghostmaker?
And then the last one for 101 is the Grifter. That's another one to 25.
I knew that there was a mention of one of these coming up, and that Grifter was going to be in there. And I just went into my old image box and I pulled out the Grifter one shot deluxe format, man. One of my favorite signatures that I obtained on some old 90s books that aren't really like worth printed on to most people's opinion was the Kindred, which was Brett Booth doing the Grifter and Backlash story. So yeah, I'm a fan of Grifter, I guess you could say, because I got a Grifter collection, and everybody knows I liked Wildcats because I come from the 90s. But these DC tie-ins for the metal on the left, man. Look, can we get to this?
Yeah, I mean that definitely freaking intrigues me, right? You got the Super Dog. Is that? I guess that's what his name is. You got a Super Cow and all these little animals that they're under the thrall of the Batman Who Laughs. So that's definitely interesting. I gotta get that one.
Not as interesting to me though as what is above that.
All right, so that looks like Superboy Prime.
Hell yes.
Did you guys see that Alex Gardner variant?
I did. I don't know if I liked it or hated it.
It's not the Jim Lee Crisis on Infinite Earths Superboy Prime or anything like that, but it is still, I think that Alex Gardner one looks pretty dope. And yeah, I'm seeing that he's now, what is this, issue 5? And that Garner variant was for issue 4?
A Superboy Prime is one of the best characters. He's such he's a villain you love to hate. Like you like him, you know what I mean? But you hate him also.
Is he Brightburn? Like, is he Brightburn incarnate?
Kinda.
Is he that
Yeah.
cool, though?
Yeah.
Kinda,
You know?
yeah.
Well, Mel
just
should
lost
probably
it.
like Superboy Prime a whole lot more. Somebody get Mel a 9.8 of that DC Superboy Prime, and while they're at it, I'll take a 9.6.
And he's super powerful too.
Right, that's my understanding of him too, and that's why the Crisis on Infinite Earths Jim Lee variant is the one that I've already chased. And even though I don't really read the books on that side of DC, but that looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean, and once again, it all depends on what people are all about. If people support these characters, say, "Hey, I love this character. Why haven't you put this character as something that I want to see, like a movie or a TV show?" The executives, they are listening, right? So
Yeah.
all these little characters that these first rate characters that they put the first appearances in, and then all of a sudden you don't hear about them anymore. That's not their fault. It's our fault because we freaking grab them and we buy them, and then we don't say anything about it. Hey, what's going on, Paul Diggs? Thanks for stopping by. Doom 143. Thanks for stopping by, man. Freaking, I was really worried that absolutely nobody was going to be through, because Comic Crusaders doesn't really travel. I mean, travel all over the world. Freaking doesn't really transverse all that stuff. But definitely, thanks for stopping by.
Oh wow. That I gotta admit that Garner cover is really nice.
Yeah.
Do you have it?
Is it for
Yeah,
issue
you want
4?
to see it?
Yeah, go ahead, share, man. We can share
Oh.
multiple screens with this.
Look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the one.
So is that issue 5 or issue 4?
4.
Yeah. So that's
Death
last
Metal
month's.
4.
That's the one right before the previews that we're in right now. So if you guys are going to go to your store, you might want to, if you're securing any of this stuff that's in this issue of previews, you're going to want to put your name down for that one. I have a feeling about it. Just don't listen to me or listen to me. Either which way. But if you like the art as much as I think a lot of people do, you might want to get him. Is he going to be pivotal to the story and make this variant worth something later on as far as speculation value? Probably not, but who knows? I just think I'm with Brian on this one. I think Superboy Prime is a badass, and I think this is a good looking cover.
Absolutely, man. So what's interesting is that if for those of us that have been following the whole Red Cloud story, underneath or above the Red Cloud, there's somebody else out there that's been supporting her whole deal. So I know that even though Superboy Prime has been in another dimension, there's something going on that they're getting these two together, and Superman is going to have to deal with this whole thing. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes forward. Hey, what's going on, random dude? He is a part of the crew for Comic Crusaders, man. If you want to come fucking jump in, man, freaking let me know, and I'll give you, and I'll put the restream link inside of the thing, man, freaking, so you can freaking hop on in. Once again, thanks everybody for joining us. This is the Drunken Previews, where we go through almost all of the as much as the previews that we can for Image, DC, Marvel, and whatever, so that you guys can have the information to order that stuff. And right now, I mean, Brian, thanks for stopping by. Ultra Maximus, thanks for stopping by. This is part of the Drunken Check Sun crew. These are some of the most knowledgeable guys that I have out here that can help me go through this freaking magazine. And once again, thanks for even freaking reminding me. I forgot all about this, man. I was talking about this like a week ago, and I forgot all about the freaking cover. This is a beautiful cover, man. And I mean, look at the detail, man. He's got a skull in his hand that he's freaking crushing. He's all over a freaking big freaking.
The skulls look amazing too. Beneath them,
Garner every now and then has that one just knockout, just looking book. But here's what I love about this. This is not a store variant. This is actually a direct market, regular release variant. But what's the details on this one, Lucas? Can you look it up in your previews real quick?
So what's the title on this?
Dark Knight's Metal 4.
Yep.
It's Dark Knight's Death Metal number 4. I'm sorry. So it's the same issues that we were just looking at. The one that has Superboy Prom on the cover of number 5, the issue before.
Yeah, I mean it's not a 1 of 25 or anything. I know that much. It's just a regular cover.
But it's an open order.
Yeah.
Okay. That red cover, if it is all red as that, oh, dude. You're definitely going to want to get up and get out there early to get your copies, if they have any for the shelf at all. Because this looks like one of those ones where they probably won't have them for the shelf at all.
All right. Well, let's keep going, guys. So, because I know that you guys are not as young as you used to be.
I could do this all day.
Says the man who's always passing out to sleep on us.
Man, I only pass out towards the ends though, and that's usually because it's the next day.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like yeah, it's time. But no, that's good stuff. So let's look at that number 5 again real quick.
Let's see, number 5.
The death metal number 5 with Superman on the cover. See that one right there?
Yeah.
So do we have any details on that one in the Connect?
Yeah, see, that's the weird thing is I'm trying to bring up Dark Knights through the system, and it's not really coming up for me. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, what's interesting is that for that number 5 in the system, there is a 1 in 100 Greg Capullo. I wonder if that's it,
Ooh.
because in the system, the cover, they don't have the cover.
Ooh.
So,
Well,
yeah.
I can't see the cover for. They don't have a cover for number 5 at all.
Yeah, I don't.
So that's funny. So what's the release date on that again? That's November.
Yep,
Yeah,
November 17th.
So they're probably playing this one a little bit close to the chest, and that's probably why they're not going to release the cover art. But that they released that one variant cover that doesn't spoil anything that wasn't already given away at that point.
Yeah, because I'm looking at all. So let me count this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's actually going to be 5 covers for that Dark Knight's Metal number 5. That one that you're seeing over there to the left, that is the only one that I see cover art for. Actually, that cover art is not even in the system right now.
Huh.
So yeah, they're definitely kind of close.
They're doing it intentionally. Is what I'm saying.
Exactly. So the cover A, that's that one, and then that one's going to be in a embossed foil. The cover B is the David Finch Swamp Thing variant. Then there's a cover C that's going to be a Stanley Art Germ Perpetua, right? So it doesn't give us the cover art, but it does tell us that Perpetua is going to be on there. I forget what her first appearance was. The cover D is a Lucio Perillo Rex, which means it's going to be that dinosaur from Batcave. And then, like I said before, there's that 1 in 100 Greg Capullo, Jonathan Glapion, black and white variant. And then there's going to be a Maneki variant that's going to be a 1 of 25. So yeah, there's going to be quite a cornucopia of covers that's going to be available for that Dark Knight's Death Metal number 5.
So does that little artwork right there look like Capullo to you guys? The one right there on the left of the highlights?
Yeah, I mean, it's close enough.
What do you think? Because if that's the artwork, that's the 1 in 100. And they haven't shown the A cover because whatever's going on with Dark Knight's Death Metal, they're not just going to show 2 months ahead the previews so they can spoil it.
Well, so it looks like the 1 in 100 is going to be Greg Capullo, Jonathan Glapion. Who is Jonathan Glapion? Does anybody know?
Probably the colorist.
Yeah, Jonathan Glapion is Capullo's colorist.
Okay, because it says a Jonathan Glapion black and white. So I don't know if it's this same art,
go grab
just black and white.
So that may be the cover A, and then the black and white may be the 1 in 100.
Right.
Which would make a little bit more logical sense. Of course, trying to deduce this as far as figure out which one's which. But that's awesome. So do they have any links to any of these other tie-in covers? Because we've got Justice League, we've got Infinite Hour, Extreme. And then the next thing's Adam Strange.
Yeah.
So that's getting out of
whoever brought this whole Adam Strange idea said, hey, yeah, we need to freaking do this whole Adam Strange story. They need to be fired. And I hope that was part of the crew that got fired, man, because it's
Tom King.
Yeah, it's unfollowable. I'm not down with it at all. It's jumping all over the place, and the art isn't right. It's just not for me. I can't freaking deal with it. Maybe in another time, in another day when I had nothing to do but sit around, I would be down with it, but it's just all over the place. Um, Looks like some interior art with Superboy Prime in there fighting zombies. Oh, no, no, no. That's going to be Superman from the deceased. So Superboy becomes Superman, and that's what he looks like.
Hmm.
And then the other history of the DC universe. That's a pretty great freaking cover of
It
Black
almost
Lightning.
it almost looks Sienkiewicz esque.
Looks like a Delato to me. That paint, or even Alex Ross kind of.
That's how Sienkiewicz used to do. Everything was painted.
Yeah,
Sienkiewicz used to
yeah.
all be painted.
His old New Mutants covers were definitely
Let's see.
wild stuff.
Is that it says? I don't know who that cover is. I don't know
Jamal
whether
Campbell.
is it. I mean, let's see. Let me have to punch this in. The other history.
Yeah, that actually does look like his work. But it's the other history of the DC Universe #1 that this is, and it's a Black Label title. Oh man, this could be big.
I wonder what does that mean? The other history.
Let's see. Academy Award winning John Ridley.
That's
Is
cool.
that the Alien John Ridley, or is
No,
that
that's
another
12 Years a Slave, John.
John Ridley? Okay. Examines the mythology of the DC universe in a compelling new miniseries that reframes iconic moments of DC history and charts a previously unexplored socio-political thread as seen through the prism of DC superheroes who comes from traditionally disenfranchised groups.
Oh man,
What's the name of that one joint? I forget, with the two Harleys, the White Knights metal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So while everybody was flipping out over what they were doing with the Joker and the two Harleys, what a lot of people missed was that the Signal, he played a big part of that. And he was talking about how the fact that, okay, every time Batman does shit and he deals with the bad guys, he pushes them over to the poor neighborhoods, because guess what? Nobody cares about the poor neighborhoods, and who cares about if they destroy
Yeah, I remember
thousands. So that was pretty interesting. And it would be kind of interesting if they played it from that part, because another part of that whole thing was, while people's houses and everything were being burnt down around Batman's destruction, there were other insurance companies and other companies that were profiting off of that. So that was a pretty interesting, and that was a pretty big part of the story that a lot of people miss. So if they come from that, I'll be down for it. And that whole Black Label, you know, other than the Batman penis, I haven't seen much more that people actually care about.
well, that's not true.
That.
Lucas, remember, man, they just ended Harley at 75, and they said that Harley will continue on only as a Black Label title.
She should. Right?
Well, we've agreed, and I think we talked about this in other times before. I haven't seen the DC Universe stuff because I canceled my DC Universe subscription. but all right, so let's just say this though: from what I'm seeing about that show, it's very adult.
Mm-hmm.
Harley's got Stockholm syndrome, and it's kind of a reason why it's probably more adult oriented in the first place. Is why she should be addressed as an adult. So if they're going to switch to Black Label as far as telling more Harley Quinn stories, expect them to be a little bit more risque, probably a little bit more pushing the boundaries of things. But DC needs to understand that. You guys remember DC Elseworlds, when Elseworlds was like the books to get? Like, it didn't matter that they were like trade paperbacks and like they were like $6-7 compared to like your $1.50, $2 books. The Elseworlds stories were good DC stories. It's where some of the best Batman and Superman stories came from.
Exactly. Well, you know what? There's a whole bunch of stuff that I would rather see run through the whole Black Label. Just cut out the trying to keep it family, right? Freaking just tell the freaking story. Freaking give me the TNA, give me the freaking blood and gore, and push that through the Black Label. That's what I expected through it, right? So if they wanted to do, like you mentioned Harley stuff, give me her little black book, right? But make it adult, make it Harley-esque. Give me Harley and Poison Ivy's relationship, push that through the Black Label. Give me the Sandman stuff, cut off the Vertical stuff, and push it through the Black Label because there's a whole bunch of stuff that only makes sense if you put in the sex and gore and all the other stuff. Give
Sandman's
me,
another level.
yeah, give me the dreaming. Give me all that. I mean, because they just started that whole dreaming universe over again, and already they got to cut it out because there's a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense if you cut all that stuff out. Give me the books of magic. I mean, that dude, he is half human, half freaking fairy. I want to see how that got down. All right. Um, Show me all this great stuff that DC has on the shelf, but show me the realism, show me the grit that's behind it. Even the Lucifer stuff. Lucifer stuff. He's got his own TV show and everything. But me and my wife will sit down with it, but she only really cares about it when the sex and gore are really going down. They don't care about the whole relationship. No. They want to see the TNA, the sex stuff. So come on, DC. I know you can get it done. You got the Black Label. Go ahead, run wild with it.
Do we got any other Black Label? What else we got?
Let's see. Yeah, the story of the history. So that's the Jamal Campbell. He's got some type of gold suit, and so I'm not sure who that particular artist was. Punchline.
Not Black Label, but we know it's going to be.
Yeah, Punchline #1. Yep. So there's going to be several retailer variants that are going to be offered when this comes out. So, even if there's a 1 to 25 or a 1 to 50, do not pay over cover.
A ton of retail variants for this.
Yeah, do not pay over cover. I know somebody tried to tell me that, that's the way it works, especially for a particular one.
And especially if the market is satisfied with those regular covers before they even get to the other additional ones. The one thing I want to see happen with Punchline is I want to see a natural build in fan base the same way Harley did, but quicker. Because it's obviously going to happen quicker, and that's the way that everything happens in our society. But if she gets that natural fan base that actually wants to follow her, and not just the speculator market, I really think this character could probably be around for a while, especially if she sticks around as Joker's boo.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm looking in the system, and I don't see a cover for her yet, other than the one that you're seeing up there.
Right.
There is going to be a 1 to 25 at least for this.
Of course.
There's going to be a Frank Show, which is, once again, I think we talked about him on the Joker Chat's son. And there is not going to be any type of ratio variant for that one, so that's going to be order all you want. There's going to be a blank variant, and that's about it. Once again, they're keeping this art for these close to the chest, and it looks like they're going to wait till it's about time to order before they tell anybody about anything.
So the incentive, that's going to be the one that's going to take the most hit, unfortunately. Do you have any clue about what the 125 incentive for it looks like? Does it have that? No, that doesn't.
No,
right?
just like those other 125. That's going to be by Jorge Jimenez. So it's probably going to be in that same
design
vein.
variant, but it's going to be somebody else. It's going to be interesting to find out who the design variant's going to be for Punchline. If it's not going to be her, or if it's going to be her alter ego on the front. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we're gonna find out more about who she is. And I haven't read the Punchline story, so I don't know if they've actually shown anything or alluded towards her origins. But that would be interesting to see if they're saving it all for this one book, because this is a one shot. Right. There's no number 2 scheduled.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah. So for as far as her origins, they say that she was a college kid and she saw what the Joker doing, so it took her some time to find him. And when she found him, they came with a plan. And that's the whole basis for the whole Joker war and all yada, yada, yada. And a lot of people are hating that. Nobody cared about her origin yet. Nobody wanted that story, right? Just like, does anybody really care about where the Joker came from? No, not really. Why? Because he's got 50 freaking origins out there, and they're all fine with me. Because you know what? He's that bat crazy that he might just have 50 different freaking origins in his mind. Hey, what do I think? Who am I today? Well, I'm the son of a guy who just like to freaking slap me around. Who am I tomorrow? I don't know. I'm the guy that my mom used to like to slap me around a little bit.
I'm gonna let this 3 Jokers thing play out and see if that actually does give you an idea of who the Joker really is, and unless it's going to be something that's just.
I think it's
More smoke and mirrors.
That's exactly. I think I'm not a fan right now. I don't like the way it's going. It's not.
One issue win though, huh?
I know, but like it's so stupid how they did the Jason Todd thing, and Jason Todd begged him for his life, and then that kind of led to the next one I read was the Damian one, where Damian punches Batman, and I'm like, this just is.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I remember the apprehensions about that one, but let's see if there's something good that could come out of Batman. Because looking at these books right here, maybe there is.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that one on the top left corner. I mean, to the top left. That is a beautiful cover right there. I'm going to have to get that one. So this one down here, that's the one at 25, but I'm absolutely loving that. I think that's that is by Francesco Mattina. That's the cover B. And once again, Francesco Mattina, he's one of those, his stuff is polished, and so, but it's hit or miss. But that one for me, is definitely, I got to get that one. And once again, we don't know who the Ghostmaker is or where he came from or anything like that. And then Batman versus Ghostmaker round 2, plus Harley Quinn faces Clown Hunter and Punchline in prison. So what's the actual title? Oh, Batman 103 is a 1 in 25.
Is that
I guess
Bruce
that's
Wayne? Is it a Bruce Wayne variant?
Is it? Who is that? I don't know who that is.
Huh. Yeah, it's so tiny on my screen I can't tell. So
Let's see.
Baseball bat with a Batman symbol in it. That's pretty dope.
That's her version of the Negan bat.
Yeah. Is that Jason Todd cover?
it might be, yeah.
Yes, DC system is a little crazy. I can't just type stuff in and hope that it comes up.
Huh. Well, either way, I mean, 103 is in the system to order. If you're getting these design variants, you should probably get them down already and just continue to get them and pre-order them. I'm fortunate enough to have my store that, like with the 1 in 25s for like some of these DC books, like the Wonder Woman coming up. I'm getting the 1 in 25 because I'm down for it. Thank God.
So what is this? Batman Hush.
Like we've never seen him before.
Have we seen a Batman Hush? Was that a thing? I'm not even sure.
Yes,
I've never seen that.
Batman Hush has been a thing, but this is not a thing. So, Tales from the Dark Multiverse, Hush. So, okay. I see what's going on here. So this is one of those Dark Multiverse mashups. They're taking that character of Hush and mashing it up with the character of Bruce Wayne. So this one, in this universe, Bruce Wayne became Hush. A Bat Hush. That's kind of wild. So, I mean, again, if you're reading Dark Knight's Death Metal, you should be expecting very, very ominous, twisted warps of versions of Batman, because that's basically what we're seeing. All the different multiverse versions of Twisted Batman.
Let's see. Tales from Dark Multiverse Hush Gallery. And then the Flash races into a world where Flashpoint never ended. A different variation on the whole Tombstone with Batman.
Man, they really are getting really Elseworld. Like they've gotten deep into this, and it feels like Elseworld's Tales.
Yeah, and that's
totally does.
It's kind of what they needed to do. Honestly, they needed a resurgence in DC readership again because they'd lost it. They gained it back with Rebirth, but then they were like, 3 issues, 4 issues in, and fire every creative team and replace it with somebody else who's crappy on most of the books. And that's what dooms them every time. And then, of course, they aged John Kent like a bunch of idiots. That was a real big doomership right there, too. And that's when I quit, is at the end of that whole Superman run when John Kent was still a kid. And then the Super Sons, I was like, oh man, this is going to
Super
be
Sons
the
was
book.
great. It was great.
And then Tales of the Super Sons, I got the first one, and then I was like, yep, I'm done. At that point,
they made it too kids. Listen, I get it. It's a kid's book, but
yeah,
most of the readers were adults.
correct. And they did not know their audience, so it was DC not listening. Which, it sucks when it falls upon dead ears, especially when you're really big, fans of this stuff. Deceased.
Whose cover is that? That's
Wow.
a beautiful Wonder Woman cover. Is that Frisman?
Ben Oliver.
Oh, wow.
And Ben Oliver is a very talented artist. And
yes, he is.
That is a very good Wonder Woman that'll probably be a pretty big hit.
Not a bad Swamp Thing either by Martina.
Absolutely, that Swamp Thing. These horror joints by DC and these DCs, they're definitely getting overlooked.
Well, didn't that Dead Planet #1 go like multiple printings, and that Peach Momoko was like a 4th print or something on it?
I'm not sure. Talking about the one with Poison Ivy? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, dude, that was such a later printing, and then I don't know if it's Momoko fatigue, causing later issues to hit.
I'm going to sound really bad here, being the guy that Lucas touted as, knows a lot of stuff. I'd never got into Deceased. What is it about?
So the anti-life equation gets released on Earth. So it just takes over Earth. It becomes like a zombie virus, and all the superheroes catch it, and they just start ravaging the human population. Luckily, parts of the human population, they get away, and they're out escaping space. But then some of the superheroes that are left that haven't been affected, they return because the life equation they figured out is somewhere around the Earth, so they just got to find it. But they don't know whether it's some trap or not. Maybe some fuckery's going on foot. But that's where it is. But it's definitely a lot of great interiors, a lot of great heart-wrenching stuff that's going on in that book. I like it.
The relationship between Ivy and Harley is also very much front and center. That it's
that's how it should be.
Yeah, and it should be because, of course, the TV series is making that one more and more mainstream by the day. But
that's a sweet cover right there.
Yeah, in that book though, Deceased, they really talk about it. But that is right there the most hardcore looking album cover of the year.
Who's that? Is that Harley?
That is Harley.
That is Harley with the head of Swamp Thing. A flaming Swamp Thing head.
That is badass, dude. Freaking Capullo and Scott Snyder really went hardcore metal on this. Like, this is I could hear the music playing as I'm looking at these.
Lobo, and I think Lobo and Superboy Prime and Lex Luthor, and is that Diana at the bottom there?
I think so.
Yeah,
and that is the Capullo art. So yeah, now I can see the signature on it because it looked Capullo from a far distance. So wow, so if that's your 1 in 100 sketch, yep. So that one will probably revive it. So here we go. Some up closes. So the Multiverse Who Laughs. Obviously, Batman Who Laughs people are going to be all over this one.
So what's interesting is, I'm seeing that one over to the left, that Batman Who Laughs, that 1 in 25. That's not in the system necessarily.
That Matina? Is that Matina? That's gorgeous. Oh my god.
All right,
1 in 25 cardstock variant.
So you're going to want, if this is FOC for tomorrow, you're probably going to want to get at least 1 or 2 of those just for yourself, Lucas. Because that looks...
What is the number on this one?
This is the Multiverse Who Laughs #1 one-shot. So these are all the tie-ins to...
And so these should be able to be purchased in the pull box. Is that correct?
Yep, but you're purchasing 25 copies of the A cover in order to obtain...
Well, not necessarily, because once again, DC is not necessarily in previews or in Diamond anymore.
Okay.
So sometimes it'll be in there, but a lot of times it won't. So, I mean, you can check, but sometimes it just won't.
And if it's not, then obviously, hit yourself, going to the LCS.
Right. I mean, it's a weird situation, man, because, there's a lot of companies that are still in Diamond that they don't give the retailers any discount whatsoever. They're like, just toma, take it, right? So for DC to say, you know what, we're going to take our business elsewhere, you can't even order through Diamond whatsoever. That is an interesting thing. I would have loved to have been the fly in the office when they decided to pull that move.
Right. Well, that's sick. So that Batman Who Laughs variant's probably going to be a big one.
So that means you're paying $150 for it or something.
Let's see. Yeah, I wish I could freaking.
It's $6. It's $6.
$6. Yeah.
Well, it's better than $9.99, right?
125, 160, $150.
$150. Yep.
So that right there, if it's not selling as good as the Robin King, it's probably not a good. And well, I mean, it might be a good investment. And this is where, man.
Do you got a bigger picture of it? Can you get a bigger picture of that?
Of the variant?
That's what I'm. I'm looking for.
I really want to see like the crown looks because I like the crown.
Because it looks like it's a sick Matina Batman Who Laughs with the crown on it.
Yeah, and he looks like he's got like a gesture Joker thing going on there or something with the lapels.
Ooh, okay. I think I found it. Yep. This one's going to be by Simone Bianchi.
Simone Bianchi, yeah.
Oh, it's not even a Matina. Look at that.
All right. Let me see if I can pull it up somehow. It won't let me. I'll copy image. Here we go.
Wow.
What?
1/25.
Oh my god! I think that's gonna
look at the saliva, guys, coming out the teeth.
Do you guys know what a monster in the making looks like?
Yeah, right there.
That's exactly it, right there. All of our drunken chat followers, this is where we tell you to eat.
Yep.
Oh my god. So right now, does anybody know has any pre-sales happened? Anybody?
Well, let's take a look on eBay and see. That's my first, guess, obviously, right? So
I mean, if the cover art hasn't shown yet, some places, or if you have to dig for it like that.
So this is Dark Knight's Death Metal, the Multiverse Who Laughs. Which issue is this?
Number 1. They're all one shots.
Okay.
So where is I'm finding that.
All right.
$100 pre-order, $60 pre-order. They're out there, but they want a lot of money for them. So, yep. So you've got a couple of retailers already having them up at 100 plus because of the cover, most likely, and then there's some people who are selling them for less money.
Oh, I'm trying right now. We'll see what happens.
I don't know if we have the. I don't think we have the Savage chat room that we normally would have on this drunken chat. So
let's see.
There is one up right now that is $59.99 on pre-order.
Yeah. Let's see if I can get it. All right, we'll see. I think that might be worth $60.
For a 1/25, obviously, we've always. Oh man, I came from Canada too. That's the only reason why you got it that cheap.
Well, so think about the other one, the first appearance of, or what they're calling the first appearance of the Robin King,
right?
The one with the dinosaur on top of it.
It's a tie-in. It's not in the main series,
right? That nobody saw coming. That went for, I don't even know how much it is now, but it got out the gate for $200-$250.
I thought it was crashing, and then I went and checked, and they're still up above 175.
It's still pretty good,
Still holding for especially
for 400 out the gate or something, 250 out the gate.
Yeah, it's still holding, but there's still enough copies out for sale.
Here's the question. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, you're good.
I'm terrible with that. Here's the question: is this the Batman Who Laughs, or is this a different character?
I think. Well, the last time I saw him, once again, I haven't kept up with the death metal. Is he was changing it into some other darker character. Um, so that's why he was giving the mantle off to the Robin King to hold off while he starts to change. So I don't know what the deal is yet, but like you were talking about earlier, it seems like he's changing into something, and that's what this is meant to show. Um, but who knows, man? Who knows what's going on with it? I just like the cover. I don't care what's going on inside the book right now.
So I mean, yeah,
It's good enough.
this looks like a combination of both the Robin King and the Batman Who Laughs into one. It's got the crown of thorns, but they're extremely grown. But he's
And
still
bloody.
got still got the spiked face though. So this is just one of those things. So let's take a look at some of those other ones, man. I'm sure there's got to be something else that's in there too. But I don't blame you for jumping on that pre-order there, McClay. Not a bit, not one bit. So this one looks cool. Infinite Hour Extreme, and that's just who is this Batman crossed over with?
Lobo? Is that Lobo?
Yeah, that's Lobo.
Yeah, it's Lobo.
Okay, so this one a Bat Lobo, everybody. So here we have like what is basically the what if dream for Batman fans. Like, what if
Are we sure it's not just Lobo though? Are these all like Batman Lobo as Batman?
Do you remember the other Dark Knight's Metal crossovers where it was like a Batman Flash, a Batman Wonder Woman, a Batman Cyborg? It was basically all the Justice League members as a different, perverted Batman. And it's basically the same thing in Dark Knight's Death Metal. Extreme is just a Bat Lobo.
Wow.
So, when you break these things down, you start to think about it. You like, okay, maybe I should be reading this DC book.
Is that the what's the chair that in
Mobius chair?
Yeah, the Mobius chair. Is that behind him?
Oh my God, McClay.
Is it?
Yes, dude. No way. All right, so that may be what it is. I don't know if does Lobo get the Mobius chair with Batman powers and stuff like that? Who knows? Who knows what happens in this book? But Lucas, can you scroll down and see? Do we have any incentives to go along with this?
There's a 1 in 25 Raphael Grandpa.
Right. Yep. It's just that there's no art for it yet.
Right. Okay. Well, everybody needs to keep an eye on that one because if there is a 1 in 25, it's probably going to be under ordered.
Are you guys worried about the cardstock covers though?
Well, no, DC ships better.
Yeah, exactly. They're every single box I've gotten from DC or UCS so far has been perfect. No issues. Nothing to send back so far. I haven't even had any shortages or anything like that. So, UCS, my hats off to them. As far as cardstock, I mean, it should be interesting. So, for instance, like once people start to get that stuff CGC'd, we should start to see a lot more 9.9s out there. That's what I would think. That's what I would buy as far as slabs, not just selling for some 9.8s. Because that was the big thing when the Bat Penis came out. Yeah, it's cardstock and everything. And there's a lot of 9.8s out there, but you know what? There should be some 9.9s out there as well. Which
there's a lot of 9.9s and 10s actually in the Batman Damned.
Yeah.
So
I saw somebody got a 9.9 Walking Dead #1 the other day.
What?
Yeah.
That's a sick book.
Yeah.
I think I remember seeing one of those sell for an ungodly amount of money. So, oh wow, look at that.
That's kind of wicked.
Martian Manhunter fans are going to love this one.
Martian Manhunter gets no respect.
And if you don't respect him, I can't respect you because
He's
his story within the last year was so crazy and so interesting because they actually delved into his backstory of what actually happened right before he actually left his home planet and the whole thing about the virus and everything that swept through and his part in it, and that whole thing about because we always say, the only thing that bad needs to survive is for a good man to do nothing. That's his story. That's his whole thing. So I grew a lot of respect for the Martian Manhunter within the last year. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
So
They're
this is
messing with
actually
Batman.
this is a tie-in. This is JL56. So this one's going to be a little bit more common at your shops. But being that there's an incentive, does it scroll down and say, it says variant cover, but does it have an incentive variant?
That's negative. Nope.
Okay, so just a cover B. So what's the cover B look like? Does it got anything to offer?
It's by Tony Daniel and Danny Mickey. Danny Mickey used to be the colorist for Capullo during the early Batman run, I think, or vice versa.
Mickey, I remember him from his days way back. But yeah, so Tony Daniel variant, that's pretty dope. And but that A cover, man, that A cover looks sick. Like Batman, a death metal version of Batman and Manhunter combining. Like what?
And then that's the cover B right there.
Okay. So we got to be watching out. Because you guys remember last Death Metal, the last time there was a tie-in book that had a first appearance in it, and people kind of went ham over it, and that guy's still around. Lasted a hell of a lot longer than a lot of people thought he would, and his name is the Batman Who Laughs. So I'm going to be taking a look at the innards in some of these books too, but obviously we can't see them for 2 months.
A lot of good stuff happening.
Another tie-in, right? Or is that another issue? Or it's 57.
That's another issue, 57.
Wow.
So I'm guessing that's Lex right there? Lex Luthor?
Yeah.
And then that's the Detective Monkey down there.
Look at the variant.
Let's see.
A lot of characters in that. Looks like villains. There's Starfire. Looks like Deathstroke. Raven. Maybe Red Hood? I love covers with a lot of people in it like that.
Let's see. Let me see if I can bring it up. Yeah. All right. That's new page. There we go.
Wow, that does look pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a beautiful
that's actually
cover.
Cyborg. That's not Deathstroke.
That is Cyborg. That is a dope cover.
Who gave Cyborg the mustache?
Yeah, I don't like that. That's kind of cheesy. Yeah.
But we got Hawkgirl.
Every bald-headed black man needs to have a mustache.
Who's the guy in between Hawkgirl? Oh, that's Cyborg's hand. Holy shit.
Yeah. That's Cyborg's one hand, and then there looks like Hawkgirl.
Who's behind? Is that Beast Boy? Behind Starfire with the sword?
It's got to be. And then there's Raven and Nightwing.
That's a dope cover right there.
Excellent.
And that is what, Teen Titans?
No, this is the Justice League 57 variant.
Yeah.
So this is another Dark Knight's Metal tie-in. So that you're looking at another Dark Knight's Death Metal variant cover.
Yep.
Justice League.
Philip Tan variant. That's a 1-1.
So it's a B cover.
Yep.
Cool. What else we got?
Stuff.
Sweet Tooth. Now they reprinting?
New TV series coming soon to Netflix.
Okay.
Sweet Tooth Return. Jeff Lemire. Then they give you a little preview. Now I don't even remember if I've ever read this, so I might have to check it out. Go back and read the original Sweet Tooth. Just that strange adventures. So this one's a director's cut. I'm gonna have to check it out so it can explain to me what the heck they were thinking. American Vampire, 1976, by Scott Snyder and Raphael Albuquerque.
Yeah, not a fan of that.
So what is that supposed to be, like DC's version of Blade? Maybe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, probably. So here we go.
Yep.
Here we go. As we were talking earlier, more of that Batman White Knight version of Harley Quinn. So I would expect this to also cause a resurgence in the Batman White Knight #4s.
Well, you know what's interesting, right? So, say for instance that this is the original Harley Quinn. This one down here, that's the new Harley Quinn, and she's up there shoving it up with Poison Ivy.
Uh huh.
Does that mean that
Well,
she's coming
I
in
don't
between
think
the two?
so. I think what we're looking at here is the same person. I know it says Batman White Knight, and we know that there's the Neo Joker, which is not the same as Harley Quinn. So it's like that's where the second Harley Quinn comes from. But there's something going on with this story, and we'd like to let's just hope that if they are going to explore the relationship of Harley and Ivy, they're going to do it in the Black Label, and they're going to be able to do it the way that it should be done, and the way that it deserves to be done. Because there's a you can say it's fan service all you want if you're opposed to the idea, but this relationship is definitely something that fans have been wanting.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about fan service, they better get on that fan service stuff.
Fan service sells books, DC.
Freaking. That's why. I mean, that's what manga is all about, and they're freaking kicking DC and Marvel's ass right now.
But that's cool to see it. It really is.
Rorschach.
Did scroll back up? What number is that? That's number 2. So yeah, the previous issue.
I like the covers. Both covers are nice.
Yeah. So cool. Let's see that next one now.
Rorschach.
Yeah.
So Rorschach gets his own freaking little.
He's had his own. I did see number 1. Yeah, number 1's already on the shelves. So
I haven't read it. Yeah, I need to read it.
This is a return for sure. Number 1, I think, just hit shelves last week.
Let's see. Wonder Woman number 766.
Ooh, I like the variant. I like both.
Right?
Middleton.
So, you guys have you been seeing the Middleton variants for Wonder Woman? 760 and 761.
I'm gonna look those up.
Okay, so
they followed a Jim Lee variant. Jim Lee did a variant, and then Middleton took over. And Middleton has taken over for Frisian, who's no longer doing the variant covers, which kind of sucks. But Middleton is crushing.
Oh wow, yeah.
So that one,
totally. Linda, what's her name?
Linda Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with a modern suit, you know what I mean? And then the face from the 761 is amazing. Sorry, I think he crushed Middleton. Middleton crushed it here more than I think he did on his Batgirls, and he crushed it on the Batgirls because the Batgirls became an instant overnight, B cover added to almost everybody's pull list on every store in the nation because of that.
Right, and this is the one that I don't understand why people haven't been ordering this one yet.
Yes,
nobody's ordered this one from me yet, but
that's 762, right?
765 actually.
Okay, so that one's they still got time to order.
That one's gorgeous. Holy shit, is that gorgeous?
And they're salting some of these with 1 in 25s, right, Lucas?
You know what? I'm looking through it and I don't see it yet. They may
check 762's got a 1 in 25 that I've been told of. Supposedly something about a Mom Jeans variant.
Yeah. That's true. Right. That's by Rooster Stock.
And then there's another one for 763 because these things are dropping, I think, bi-weekly.
Right. So that Rooster Stock is going to be an interesting because Rooster Stock, he's known for doing a lot of manga stuff, right? So once again, I know people hate me freaking talking about the manga stuff, but they're trying to freaking do it. They're freaking trying to freaking cross worlds together. I think this one is pretty interesting. Let's see if I can bring this over. And this one is 767. This one is also by Josh Middleton. So between this one, which I actually happen to have up here on the wall already, that's 760. I don't understand how that hasn't popped off to 760.
It has, but it's man, we're
in
swimming
this
with
one.
good artwork in a Wonder Woman book in the middle of the speculation
Yep.
Right.
hurricane.
Yep.
So,
And then there's that new character, Liar Liar. She's out there, so
and that's on the Jim Lee cover that everybody went ham for. And my local store only orders a couple of variants normally, but because some guy was down for it at some point, they accidentally ordered 9 extra of those variants, and they're like, "How many do you need?" I'm like, "I just need one. I'm good." And they're like, "Okay, cool," because we got some extras. And that Jim Lee cover is just a wicked Jim Lee variant too. And it was like a surprise. Like, where's Frisian going? And then we heard Frisian signed a contract with somebody. I think the exclusive with Boom, and that's why she's doing those Boom variants now. So there's just so much movement as far as in the cover artists.
good for her, man, because she needs a stable environment.
She's also doing Catwoman, though, right?
Is she?
Yeah, she's got a really gorgeous Catwoman.
But I think she already had that artwork already done before she signed that exclusive with Boom.
All right. I'll be right back, guys.
Cool. What you got? That is a good cover too. I like that. So there's the regular cover for
There's that cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that cover that I just brought up. And then what's this? Claudia Gray, House of L. Interesting.
What? Wait, scroll up. What was that title again? House of L?
Right. So it's a graphic novel for young adults, and it's called House of L. Let's see. Explore Krypton like never before through the eyes of 2 teenagers on the opposite side of the same extension level event. Okay, so it's before
Krypton
before
Blows?
Krypton, yeah.
Oh, look at that. So didn't they already try this with a TV show called Krypton?
Yes, they did, which I never, which I never finished. I mean, it had a lot of interesting concepts.
I never watched a
just
single
never finished
episode,
it.
man, so I couldn't
It
tell
was
you.
good stuff.
That's what the reports were telling me. I haven't got an opportunity to see it.
We found the monster, She-Bat. What? I don't know what this is.
Well,
Oh yeah.
the
So
man bat's opposite.
the Secret Spiral of Swamp Kid. Yeah, I remember that.
All right.
And Endless Winter.
December 2020. What's that all about?
Superman pushes the brink against the Uber parasite. Superman 27. So it says a cosmic level threat has come to Metropolis. So Sinmar is going to be a big part of some type of narrative that's going to happen. His first appearance is going to be coming this Wednesday, I think. Right? Yeah, that's the one that's at 125. That gray cover that's going to be out. And then what have you been waiting to see for his hair? Aquaman and Mara. Jesus Christ, who cares? Really? Really? Who cares? So for all the stuff that I talk about manga, right, and how well it does with the fan service, the best part of manga is they when they do play love relationships, they always play the will she or will he and won't she, and they're like always like 2 trains passing in the night or something like that, and there's always that love triangle. Aquaman 65, they've been doing that for a while, but they're not supposed to consummate it, man. There's never been any type of love triangle, man. So I'm at the point of I don't care anymore. I never really cared. Will Batman Mian meet Batman? Not a booster gold can help it. All right. Batman's Grave number 12. I don't know who that guy is. Let's see. The final issue of Scorn. I'm not sure if that's a new character or not. Makes his final move to destroy Justice of Gotham City. And then Batman Superman number 14. New film alert. The composite Batman Superman. So that's going to be a new interesting character to go on. I don't see. Looks like there is a variant cover by Brian Hitch. Let me take a quick second to see if there's any type of art for that yet. So the art for Batman Superman 14 has not been released yet. It's corn. Batman Adventures continues number 6. Batman Adventures number 6. Da, da, da. And then it looks like Catwoman number 27. It looks like it has a nice Jenny Frison cover to it. What? I don't know. Can you hear me? Okay. So yeah, this is Jenny Frison. You know, it's in fact we were just talking about this. Like, she is doing a Catwoman cover. Pretty interesting. I'm just looking at this other cover. It looks like it already came out already. I don't know how I missed this one. Hold on. Low Woods by Jenny Frison. That one's pretty cool. So let's see. Ram V says Ram V is going to write Catwoman. Yes, Ram V is going to write Catwoman. I don't even know who that is. Do you know who Ram V is? I can't hear you. Is it my? Let's see. Is it my volume?
Is it my volume?
Yep. There you go.
So, okay, that might make a little bit of sense. It might be my microphone that's actually not working on my camera any longer, and it's now the one that's on my headset. So that would be amazing. But basically, what I was saying is, so I guess if nothing was heard, these let's see here. So yeah, so the Savage Shores is the writer, I guess, for that. Haven't read that one either. Interesting.
So it looks like DC did have a plan at some point. And looks like there's that Batman Mr. Freeze joint.
Right.
And then that cover down there looks pretty interesting.
Sick. That's a sick cover right there.
Which one? The main cover or the one?
Yeah, the main cover.
And you saw the Frisian that I didn't know about, right?
Which one? Sorry, I just got back.
Yeah, I figured you were either able to or not.
Let's see if I can find it again.
More Middleton. You must have closed it.
Yeah, let's see.
Is it the Catwoman one where she's sitting on the couch with the cat?
No, it's the one from this previews where the cat is on her shoulder. And her eyes look wicked, dude.
Ooh. Oh, that is beautiful. The cat might need a little bit of work, but everything else is just...
She's got a very, very cool pastel design to her stuff. So
her chicks, her female faces are just...
She draws a very good Jennifer Connelly.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, her purples and her blues and the
Remember
green eyes. Oh,
that
man.
one Wonder Woman variant? It looked like Jennifer Connelly to a T.
Mhm. I'm okay with it.
Me too.
So let's be real about it. Your woman comes home dressed like this. She says, "Honey, I robbed the diamond store."
I don't
You know you're not turning her in.
No, I'm
Yeah,
putting on
yeah.
the
You know
bat
you're not
suit.
turning her in.
You darn right. I'm putting on the bat suit.
All right, honey, don't do it again. Don't do it again. Shake your finger at her.
So apparently, I muted my own microphone, and I realized that through Lucas's studio thing here. He's like, "I can't hear your microphone. Is it mine?" And I'm like, "No, I switched off the one that's actually on my headset, and apparently that one has been the one that I've been using even when it was hung up on my wall." So yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. But yeah, so basically we were talking about Batman's grave and a couple other things while you were gone. But this was the good one that popped up there, and I was saying how I may have been wrong about Jenny Frisian's exclusivity to Boom, but I know she signed a contract with them, and she's been doing variants, so she's got variant work through them for absolute sure.
Well, you know what? I believe Momoko, she's supposed to have an exclusive contract through Boom as well. Is it Boom or somebody? But keep seeing covers from these other publishers that are out there, and it's not. And somebody tried to tell me, well,
They buy the
that,
work.
yeah, well, they try to say, well, that was from before. I was like, no, there's still. I mean, because I get
That's
those
just it.
retailer
That's
offers,
the
and they're
loophole,
still
man.
offering Momoko stuff. So
They're getting around the loophole by purchasing the work off of her or the artist, whoever that may be, and they sit on it, and then it's like, dude, do you really think they give a crap what Todd McFarlane and Jim Lee care about them reusing their artwork 25 years later? Like putting it on 100, 200, and 500 incentives. Like, you guys like McFarlane? Cool. We're going to make a 1 in 500 incentive variant for this Spider-Man book nobody cares about. And people will buy it. And it's crazy, isn't it? But
exactly.
in the future, man, this right here, there are definitely in this Catwoman run, because of all the Tom King, Catwoman, and Batman love story interwovenness. There's a lot of readers in this, and there are some really kick-ass covers in this run.
Hey, what's going on, Rip and Gypsy? Thanks for joining us, man.
What's up, Rip and Gypsy?
All right, so Robin versus Hush. What the hell? Batman Detective Comics 103. So Bermejos, man, he's been putting a lot of work out through DC, man. I don't know how I feel about him, but they've definitely got a lot of detail. They definitely need to have a lot more attention to him.
So you guys want to know something funny about what just happened here?
What's up?
This spoils everybody's hopes that Robin stays not Robin after Teen Titans Annual 2 by showing Robin versus Hush, and that's obviously Damian. So everybody betting on Damian not being Robin much longer.
Thank God.
You're welcome, because I know you're one of the people who disliked the way he talked to Batman.
I mean, he put his hands on his dad, man. He can't be doing that, man. Freaking live. I mean,
You're 100% right.
So the Dreaming the Waking Hours. That's with the new Sandman down there. I forget what her name was.
What was going on?
Rowan.
Daniel, right? Yeah.
Rowan,
yeah.
Rowan, whoa. So
this
wait,
happened recently, right?
Another new Sandman again.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, his first appearance is in a 1 of 25. This one that I have up on the wall here.
But it's a Black Label 1 in 25, right?
Yep.
Well, I still, definitely have a lot of spec books on Daniel. But have you guys been listening to the radio show?
No.
Oh.
They actually have the Sandman radio show. Basically, it's
right.
all,
I've heard about that.
All scripted, and Gaiman's helping produce it and stuff like that.
where can you find it? Is like
Let
podcast?
me find it again. Sandman.
Yeah, I wonder if
Sandman. Oh, it's audio. It's an audio book. That's right. It's Audible.
Through Amazon.
The Sandman by Neil. It's an audio book, and it is available on Audible right now.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yep, and that's where from what I've seen is they modernized it and they brought Sandman into 2020, which would kind of
getting everybody ready.
Yeah, basically yes, because they're about to unload the Sandman mythology upon the masses who aren't aware of it yet, and sit back and watch it happen. I for one can't wait. That's pretty dope right there, Hawkman, Hawkgirl.
Yeah, they've been doing some interesting stuff with Hawkman and Hawkgirl. You know, the whole resurrection mythology, and they've been trying to, just like everybody else has been trying to make their stories make sense. They've been trying to explain why there's so many different Hawkmen out there. So yeah, that's definitely. I mean, and I think they just killed him again, like last week.
Yeah,
They killed him again and brought him back in the same issue.
The Sinkowitz Death of Hawkman #6. Good book, definitely good book. But yeah, that's his thing though. It's like he dies all the time. He's like, ha, I'm immortal. Kill me. I'm gonna kill you in battle, but you're gonna kill me too.
yeah.
Then I'm gonna come back.
It's a badass, but I think they've done Hawkman wrong. Like, he was a badass. Hawkman was a bad motherfucker, man. He was
Right.
He was a beast, and they pussified him at one point.
Yeah, I mean, he was supposed to be kind of like DC's Thor, right?
Yeah.
And that he's got that freaking weapon. He's supposed to be the battle guy, the guy that loves battle. And then people just, I don't know, it was just the whole wing thing, you know. Nobody was down with it. So instead of just trying to bring him back and make it, and kind of character develop Hawkman, instead they try to make Aquaman DC's Thor. You know, the bro, you know, and it's not taken too well either. So let's see. Let me check out this Hellblazer for a quick second.
Yeah, Spike made the win. You're right, Rippin' Gypsy. I like the colors.
Hellblazer fans are gonna like that.
I really like the colors.
Cardstock variant B cover, right?
Yes, it is. Hellblazer Rise and Fall, number 2 3, cover B. Yep.
But does it say cardstock or no?
Does not. It does not say cover.
Because there are some of these that are not cardstock, which is really awesome.
Yeah, this is not cardstock.
Yeah,
actually.
So there's going to be paper, which means hello, spine ticks.
But, unfortunately.
Yeah, you know, it's the trade-off. But that's cool. And then here we go, Sandman and Hellblazer.
Mm-hmm.
Sandman universe. Okay, so wow, is this a different Constantine? Yeah. So did they have a different version of Constantine in the Sandman universe?
No, I didn't think so. But
I think it's the same guy. I mean,
yeah,
it's just a little bit more interesting. So DC ain't my jam right now, but as soon as I finish watching the Formula One race, I'll be back.
Well, we'll be into something else maybe by then, man. Hopefully we don't take as long as the race does, because I know how long F1 can be.
All right. Quinn confronts the killer, blah, blah, blah. Joker Harley, criminal sanity.
Number 6. So we're already a few issues deep in that one, if you're already into it.
I love Joker Harley stories, and you said it earlier when you were talking, Ultra, about how they need to be in the Black universe. With Harley and Poison Ivy, they also need to be doing these dependence stories you were talking about. You know, on her bad relationship. You know, it needs to be in the Black universe.
It's the only way to explain how she became crazy is to show the bad relationship with Joker and him basically doing that stuff to her. But you know, some people don't want to see that. Some people do.
Well, you know what? What's interesting for me is the whole Suicide Squad. I'm talking about the first one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where the only part that was really, really interesting to me was when she had a flashback, or the weird goddess showed her what could be happening, and it showed her with the hair curlers, and she's got the two kids, and she's just a regular house mom, man. I thought that was kind of interesting. I would love to see them explore that versus the crap that they pushed in freaking Birds of Prey.
Yes.
The Last God, huh?
I have
I
not
like
read
that.
this.
I like that cover.
Has anybody actually read this thing yet? Or
No.
No.
Yeah.
But DC's Black Label stuff seems to be looking like it's offering some really cool things. Justice League Dark is a good read for him, for Paul, he said.
Yeah, this is for Gary. Legion of Superheroes number 11.
I like Ryan Sook.
And of course, the Looney Tunes number 257. I think it was about maybe 2018. I did really well with some of that Looney Tunes stuff. It was like the Looney Tunes crossover, that Elmer Fudd Batman cover.
Batman,
Yeah, that was a really great cover, man.
Yeah, I remember some of those mashups are pretty good. And of course, we got Mad Magazine now. That's only direct market, no longer on newsstands, right?
Sergio Aragonis.
Yeah, that blows my mind. And the only thing I don't like is that it doesn't look like there's any new stuff that's covered in these Mad magazines. It's like old stuff, The Metal Men, number 12.
Not reading it.
Yeah,
Couldn't tell you about it.
that's another reason why people.
Nightwing, number 76. Good God, he's made it 76 issues?
Is he back to being a nice, good guy now?
Oh, spoiler alert for Joker War, people. Looks like old
Jesus
Dickie Boy's
Christ.
back.
Let's see. Well, let's see. Is it him? Because remember, there's like four
It's
guys.
Rick Grayson, yeah.
Is it 4 guys, or is he like the new Moon Knight with a multiple personality disorder?
Yeah, it's 4 guys. 4 guys that
That's-
were part of the GCPD, and they're running around. Or is it not GCPD? It's I forget what the town he's in.
Right.
That cover right there is not very good.
No.
That's garbage. It's probably a good artist. Probably some really good artists, but
Alan Qua.
okay. I mean, I don't know. He's probably great, but
Yeah, I mean,
that's not his best cover right there.
Never
Maybe it's
heard
the
of him.
colors.
But I'm out of touch, so
Yeah.
apologies.
Ooh,
What we got here?
Red Hood.
Oh, and he's not dead? Okay. Red Hood 51. Okay, cool.
Sandman.
Dollar Comics, Sandman number 23 for $1.
This
No,
is
I got number
Lucifer
I got
stuff.
number 22. Why was number 23 a dollar book?
Final issue guest starring the Justice League. Suicide Squad number 11.
So
That's sad.
they're canceling it again.
At 11, that's sad that book couldn't get more than 11 comics. That it just recently had a movie, or it has a
Dude.
movie coming out.
You know that first volume of Suicide Squad number 1 has fallen from the mighty highs of being $100+ book. I saw one in the back issue bins for like $12,
Oof.
and I left it. And I left it.
I have a bunch of that stuff. I'm hoping that when the movie comes out, but I think you're 100% right. It's done
Look at that.
for.
Look at that Young Justice variant down there. Is that a Gardner one also?
I like that
That's
card stuff.
Derek Chu.
Derek Chu.
Looks pretty good though. Well, I don't like that. Nah.
Tim
I don't
Drake
like it.
Robin, is he back to being Robin again instead of being Drake? Or is this just a variant cover artwork that they're just sliding in here to use?
I don't know who some of those characters are.
Well, it's one of them looks like the Impulse Kid. That's the 90s Superboy with a spike jacket instead.
Mhm.
I think that's the blonde-haired Wonder Girl who's actually Supergirl, right?
No, Wonder Girl.
Right, but it's Wonder Girl, but it's actually in that version of DC, it was actually Supergirl. Kara for Clark's cousin Kara. So, and then that looks like the Robin 2, and Robin 3 version of Tim Drake Robin. and I don't know who those other guys are.
So the top right, the one with the cowboy hat, that is Jonah Hex. And then the one to the left, Robin, that is a new Green Lantern. She made her own lantern somehow, and was able to hack into the Green Lantern source, so she's
Oh,
her
I
own
remember
Green
that.
Lantern.
I remember that.
And then the one to the left of her, that is Naomi.
Okay.
Oh, Naomi's still a thing?
I didn't know that. Yeah. What a wasted opportunity that was, DC.
Wow. Yeah, well, obviously Naomi's not fresh in anybody's mind anymore. Next. How the mighty have fallen.
Endless Winter.
And is that the reason why he's got that ice costume?
Must be. That would make sense.
What is the description of this?
Naomi's buried in that boat.
Oh, wait. Here we go.
Oh, 100 Bullets is coming back?
Dope. I always like the 100
Oh,
Bullets.
Omnibus. Well, Omnibus Volume 1
cool.
hardcover.
Yeah.
So now
The Authority is one of my all-time favorite books.
Yeah. Didn't that start off as a Image property, right?
It was it was Image. Yep. Was it Image?
It spanned out of Stormwatch characters.
Yeah, it came out
there's
Stormwatch
Midnighter.
number 4. Yeah.
Yeah, and Midnighter and all those other guys. That's right. Man, I found a Stormwatch number 4 once for $1.
Yeah. I found a whole run for $1 a piece. Beautiful condition of both series.
Gotta love it.
One of my favorite all-time series.
That was a Warren Ellis Stormwatch too.
There's a Warren Ellis one and a Mark Millar one with Frank Quitely, right?
There's the earlier one, the first the volume 1, which is the 90s glut volume.
Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely.
And then there's the next one. I can't remember.
The second one was Warren Ellis.
Yeah, the second one was with Warren Ellis, and that's the volume 2, number 4, is the one that has the first appearance of Midnighter and Apollo. And those are all the Wildstorm characters that Jim Lee had brought over to DC. And then did the DC version of Stormwatch and all the other stuff. So yeah, all right, what else we got here? It's all trade paperbacks and stuff like that.
Ooh, what's that?
Which one? This one? The Terrifics? Tomorrow?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Did you read the Terrifics?
I did, but I don't know if they've released any lately. So what they've been trying to do is integrate Mr. Terrific into other storylines, to include what's that one with Batman and Blue Lightning? Not Blue Lightning. Black Lightning. I forget what the name of that team is. But yeah, they've been in the Signal. Whatever team that is, they've been integrating him into that one.
Is that the Outsiders?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
the
okay.
Outsiders, yeah. And it's
Transmetropolitan is always going to have its own little thing. But these are all the big collected editions, and obviously your DC designer statues and stuff like that. And man,
ooh, DC toys,
deceased.
Toys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my wife won't let me have that bloody nasty stuff around the house.
Batman Volume 3 by Jim Lee. Wow.
Yeah.
Wait,
see,
it's a Jim Lee black and white
that's
Batman.
Badass. Yeah, that's dope. I love those black and white statues. They're so good.
Yeah. I mean, I would get this Harley Quinn as a toy, but as a statue, man, I can't. No.
I don't like Paul Pope. Or that's Paul Pope, right?
Magnolia.
Yeah, I don't like Magnolia statues.
That one's Stephen Pugh. And then this next one right here is Magnolia.
I don't like it, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool that they make it match start.
Ooh,
That's
what's that?
dope. That is dope. That's Cho, right?
Yeah.
I love those covers.
Yeah, those definitely are some of my favorites, too.
Okay, so here's some of the action figures. The
McFarlane stuff?
No, DC Connect. Still available for additional orders. No.
I used to love getting the toys.
Dude, animated series version of Azrael? Are you kidding me?
Apparently you can
wow.
apparently you can take the mask off and everything, so.
And that version of Red Hood Jason too looks pretty dope too. I actually like that animated Red Hood movie.
Yeah.
But now that they're doing the Adventures Continue, look, whoa, scroll back up. That is a armored Dark Knight Batman.
Yes, it is.
Wow. Man, if they start popping up with some of those in the comics, dope. All right, so we're obviously getting close to the end of DC. What do you want to do next? You want to do some indies and then close it out with the Marvel fire?
Sure.
Kind of making a nice little bookend using DC for an opener and then doing the indies in the middle.
McFarlane, holy shit!
Wow, and they're black and white too, man. That's definitely pretty cool. The Frank Miller one is pretty cool too. I gotta admit.
Right.
That one's not bad.
That Catwoman in the dress, but I don't like the statues though.
Joelle Jones, yeah.
I like the Supergirl.
Frank Cho, Supergirl. Wow. Wait. Go back up. I need to see how many C's go on that thickness.
That is great.
Because speaking of Frank Cho, I don't know if you guys saw my IG pickup where I found a Sheena the She-Devil #1 Frank Cho today.
Yep.
Bombshells.
I love early Frank Cho Cave Woman art. I like that. That's dope.
That's a very interesting looking Harley variant.
I like it.
By Enrico Marini.
Ooh. That's dope.
I think is that our future Snyder cut right there?
I'm a huge fan of Darkseid, man. I think he's such a great character.
And that's actually a 3rd edition too. So the first 2 editions of that statue is sold out.
Some statues are worth a lot of money, man.
Yeah, we could probably start a whole speculation channel on statue speculation too.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, when I worked for the local comic shop, man, I just remember the hot toys that would come through there, and they would blow my mind. That basically everything that would come through on the order was already paid for and ordered by somebody else. And then they would come in, and some people would be like, well, we want to open it. But like, well, it's yours. You can open it. He's like, well, you guys don't check the order? We're like, no, we're not opening up a sealed Hot Toys, man. Yeah. That's all on you.
Yeah.
What happens if there's a broken piece inside? Like, dude, that's between you and Hot Toys, man. Like, we're not going to open it, and if it's incomplete after being sealed, obviously we're going to try our best to help you out and stuff like that. But yeah, man, I went through all that mess. But it's crazy, that market too.
So unfortunately, I worked in a comic book shop during the 90s for like a summer, right? And during that summer, you know what the hottest toy that was? It was going for 3 times the retail price. Spice Girls. And the most popular one at the time was the redheaded one, the ginger one. Mm-hmm. So that was like the limited variant edition. So you would have had to buy a whole case just to get that one ginger joint. And that's what people were looking for. So they would buy freaking the whole box for $300 just to get that one. So yeah, man, people can go crazy for like the weirdest shit. All right, so which publisher would you like to start with? We got W, Image.
Well, since the repeat variant list isn't up, man. I mean, I'm limited as far as what publishers should we touch on? Because Dynamite, we can spend 3 hours looking at every single variant for every Vampirilla and Deja Thoris book. I think we should probably focus. I think maybe Image and IDW, and then
Boom.
You want to do Boom?
Well, I mean, just go quickly.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to wear you guys out. So
see if there's anything.
Now, did you want? So, hey, Clay, how about you drive? You already got.
Yeah.
Right?
Hold on.
I'll let you drive. That way, I can do the research as we're going through.
Okay, hold on. Let me get this up. Share screen. Okay.
All right. This is freaking awesome. See, this is what I'm talking about.
Let's go to where do we want to go? Image.
Yep.
Right. All right. So, Carl, let me know if you guys see anything. We got Hit Girl, some Darkness coming back, hardcover, Complete Darkness hardcover.
Yeah, I mean, it's. Was there an anniversary that just happened
25th
recently?
anniversary. Yeah, there's
Yeah, it's
Darkness #1.
yeah. So
Okay, I
they're
do
trying to bring
see
something
something.
back.
I do see something now that I went to the same page on my screen.
Monstrous.
Besides the monstrous miniseries,
Yeah, 7 to Eternity.
7 to Eternity.
Yeah, look at that. And there's a Tedesco cover.
What issue did they leave off on?
This is 14.
Right, but is this the first issue back? Or
I think
did we miss one last month?
This is part 1. The journey nears its end.
Yeah, so then I guess we're going to probably see the last 11 issues. I think.
God,
did they say they were going to do 25?
They really messed this up. This was such a good series.
No, they didn't. They basically no, because man, the two of them together said we are not going to rush this series until we can do it artistically the way it needs to be done. And Apena's interiors deserve the time it's going to take. And they know their real fans are going to follow them. But let's just say that I am actually now excited for 2 Image books. I'm looking at the Monstrous miniseries and that 7 to Eternity for sure.
There's the Tedesco variant.
Yeah. And then scrolling down a little bit further, it looks like is Black Magic coming back?
Let me get back to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. Black
Number
Magic 16, yeah.
So that's a book that I gave up on too. I mean, Image is always turning out these really cool concept books, but there's sometimes just so many of them that I can't keep up, and sometimes when they take hiatuses, I give up. But 7 to Eternity is one that I'm definitely going to pick back up again.
Man, they're really doing a lot of Darkness stuff for the 25th anniversary. That's cool.
Yeah, and then they got a ton of trade paperbacks coming out for a lot of good stuff. Descender and Ascenders, it looks like. Wow, they got all the Descender trades.
Yeah.
We got Die number 15. I didn't get into Die. I know that a lot of people are. God Country trade paperback. All right, so
Ice Cream Man 21.
There we go. That's where I was going to hit right on.
That's a pretty wicked cover right there.
Sorrentino.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. That is a wicked cover.
Huh. All right. So I'm scrolling through.
Right.
We got Low, Madman Adventures. Wow. Madman Atomic Comics.
Ooh, look at this. Lost Soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Hamburger Hill.
Miniseries.
4 or 5. That's a dope cover right there.
Let's see. Now was that a regular? Nope,
Which
that's
one?
just regular. That Lost Soldiers. That was just regular.
Yeah, yeah.
And then no variants. Ooh, what the fuck is this?
What'd you find, Lucas? I'm probably looking at it right now too, but
no, it's. Oh yeah, that marked.
Yeah,
I was just looking at that. Yeah, look at that cover. Oh my God, Brian. That is beautiful.
Yeah, and the variant's not too shabby neither. It looks like the Marked is a tattooed lovers type of comic book.
It looks great.
Part 2, strange and mythic creatures are appearing in our reality, causing chaos. But what is happening?
Yeah, and then there's a version for that one.
Ooh.
So for those who aren't tracking what that Marked is, it's this reality where magic people are real, right? But in order to do the magic, you get these tattoos of the stuff. So if you want to do any type of magic, you use the tattoo and everything. Well, there's this military complex out there. They're trying to steal their tattoos and everything. So they've been killing off the Marked people to get these tattoos, and so far they've been fighting back and forth. So it's weird and interesting. It should definitely be adopted at some point. It's just that good. only read up to like number 4, and then I dropped off because I got other shit to do. But it definitely has an interesting concept to it.
That's a great cover right there.
Yeah.
I think I might be looking for some of this. Yeah, there's the Virgin. This issue will have 3 covers. Cover C is a Virgin variant of cover A. Yep. Very cool, man. All right, see what else we got here. The Monstrous trade paperback. Moonshine.
Spawn.
Where is it?
Keep scrolling. You'll get to the S's. It's all alphabetical.
Yeah.
So once you actually hit the S's,
here
you'll
we
see.
go.
So we got a cover A from Atina, and then no art shown for B for a McFarlane cover, and then a C
That
cover
is
also being
awesome.
offered.
That is an awesome cover, man.
Right? So Spawn's hot right now. Like, Spawn is so hot right now.
I mean, think about it. They do, for instance, that 310 that's coming out,
Mhm.
that crazy ass Ninja Spawn, right? That people have been ringing my freaking emails up for. It is an A, B, and C at normal 1-to-1, and then if you order enough, they'll overship. Not, hey, we still gotta buy it. No, they will overship another free one. That's that black and white that people aren't going to be able to get unless they do it through FOC. So just doing it right when it comes to some of these variants right now, or some of their incentive variants right now.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see
I
much
can't believe
else.
that under. And then Walking Dead, no, we can do not sleep on that because they do all types of weird ass variants right now. They like to do the surprise variants.
Uh-huh.
You know?
And then they did that with the thank you variants for number 1 already off the bat for the
So-
relaunch.
This is one of my all-time favorite comics. The Wicked and Divine was such a great series. It's pretty cool they're doing hardcovers, it looks like, for all the books. I freaking love this series. Oh man, these covers are just so good, and I'm so surprised that we haven't seen faster movement on a series for this.
So that Walking Dead Deluxe that's not the same Walking Dead story, right? It's a different story.
Yes, it looks like it. Let's click.
What?
on it.
No. Walking Dead Deluxe is
No, it
just
says
Bigger.
it's colored.
Yeah.
That's all it is. They're taking the black and white Walking Dead run and they're coloring it.
Okay.
All right, let's see who we got next. We've got Image and we've got Boom. The Boom. We've got
Some
the Power
IDW.
Rangers stuff.
IDW, if we want to
Wanna
touch
go
on that.
Okay,
I
let's
mean-
go to.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's just
All right, here we go.
Let's see some-
IDW,
happy little trees in IDW.
a Lock and Key Sandman. There we go, Lock and Key Sandman universe. Interesting.
Wow. $6.99, and it's a diamond gem of the month.
You know, this Marvel IDW partnership isn't that bad, to be honest, when they do stuff. Here's a new Usagi.
Mm-hmm.
See if there's a variant for it.
That Yojimbo. Let's see.
Yep, there is. Here we go. Look at that. I think we were talking about this one earlier, right?
We were
Yeah.
Mel already was beating everybody up on this one.
He's gonna be so pissed that you showed this one.
Eat.
That's all right.
Eat.
Mel already said that he'd order 25 copies or 30 copies or whatever in order to get. He's like, I want 3 of them. He's like, and I gotta buy them all. And Lucas told him yes.
Yeah, that's how the pull
But that-
box works.
But that that's definitely good stuff though. So you're definitely helping Lucas out if you're helping yourself out on that aspect too.
Right. So did you already show the Momoko, which is
No, not yet.
So that one is 517E.
E.
Ah, interesting. So just take off the E then.
Yeah. Ooh, yep. I'm not a fan of this one.
Nope. Yeah, it's definitely not as good as the one that BCC
Yeah.
variant that's making it. But people do need to know that that's out there.
Yeah.
And then this does not qualify for that Santa Loco, that you were showing earlier. That Santa Loco is a 1 to 10.
Yeah.
So definitely get your orders in. The FOC for that one is October 26th.
Transformers War World here.
Yeah, so they've dropped the Rise of the Decepticons moniker. It looks like Galaxies has been canceled because I don't see a solicitation for Transformers Galaxies anywhere. Galaxies has also been like the kind of like supplement series. So Transformers relaunch with #1 was supposed to be getting away from the corner they painted themselves into with Megatron being an Autobot. So that was the reason for the relaunch.
Yep.
But I'm actually kind of interested to see where this is going because this is still counts as mythology. It's just a completely different universe than the one that I am very much in love with.
Yep.
The retelling.
And then that 485, that is a 1 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
So this one that's 1-1, but if you've been 485, that one's a 1 to 10. It's not that good, but people need to know that that's out there.
Like the colors. The colors are nice.
And who's it? Does it say who's it by again? Livio?
It's,
Fico Ocio.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
Ocio.
but it's a $9.99 cover, isn't it? Regular book.
RI retailer incentive.
Well, with the regular price for the regular book
is $7.99.
$7.99 because it's the 25th issue, so it's oversized, so it's a double-sized issue.
That's
so
pretty wicked.
$7.99 cover price. It might actually cause a little bit of a hurting on ordering this 1 in 25, or it might cause a spike in the price. If this one's a 1 in 10 though, so
this is the cover B Optimus one. That's not bad.
Yeah, scrolling through, I didn't see very much else. We got a G.I. Joe, and you got that Snake Eyes Deadly Game #5. You got the cover A Liefeld, and then there's a B, and I believe there's an incentive, but it doesn't show.
This is the incentive for G.I. Joe. That's garbage.
Yeah, that's 1 to 10.
Yeah, let's see what 80 is. Transformers Back to the Future. Let's go back here. Uh-oh.
What happened?
Where did we go? IDW, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So that IDW, in fact, that's the stuff that's being newly released right now.
No, yeah, hold on.
And when you get to it, check out the cover.
What is this right here?
For TMNT Best of Donatello in IDW. If you keep scrolling down, you should see it.
It wouldn't. I was in a weird area. I don't know what that was. New releases, right?
Right. So, I think it's the catalog you want, right?
Oh yeah. The catalog. That's right. Comics. Yeah.
There you go.
There we go, you guys. So if you get lost, that's
IDW,
right there, yeah.
IDW. All right. Check out the TMNT Best of Donatello. And it looks like it's a regular cover.
Yeah,
this
that
one?
purple cover. Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like a negative space Ninja Turtle. I know it's like simplistic, not really a whole lot of stuff to it. But
it's not bad.
People who like the purple Donatello stuff. All right, so there's really only like one Dark Horse book I think that I want to talk about, and I think that's the one that's in that picture on your right hand side.
This might not be a bad one. Look at this one right here. All right. This one right here?
That picture right there. I definitely want to talk about that because that's
okay.
Because that's out this week, isn't it?
Where is that guy?
Oh wow, you found the new list. All right, so that's out this week.
Cyberpunk
Wednesday. Yeah. I'm gonna have to get me some of that. I'm gonna follow that link that you clicked on, man. They brought you down a rabbit hole somewhere.
Yeah, there you go. That's the
I think it comes out in
hardcover.
November, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So where I was is
Under catalog, which is dope, easy to get to.
featured this week comics, graphics, and novel. Featured this week.
Yeah, so these are the ones that basically Previews is promoting.
Yeah.
They're pumping up. They're pumpers. They're pumping X Force number 12.
Ice Cream Man, Turtles. There was something real. Oh, look at that. There's Bill and
But it's
Ted.
the Quarantine Comics special, so it's a little bit more than just the. It's not the regular Ice Cream Man, and it's also $5.99. Wow.
Huh. Firefly for all you Firefly fans.
Cyberpunk, of course. I mean, so this is like what everybody should be looking out for this week as far as things. And check it out. The DC poster portfolio book is going to be Matina this time.
You guys see any of these Star Wars? Is there anything interesting in Star Wars? You get the Star Wars Adventures.
No.
Were we going to Dark Horse? Is that where we're at? Right now?
Yeah, I just said that one Dark Horse just because
Okay,
the
so
Cyberpunk's
go
there. So
to there's a what's the name of that guy? Ah, shit! I was just on it. There's an Adam Hughes cover. BPRD.
BPRD, okay.
This is crazy because I was just on it. Yep, Hellboy and the BPRD.
Okay, let me go down. Okay, right here.
Okay.
Ooh.
So that's the and that's by Adam Hughes.
Ooh, look at those skeletons in the background.
And then if you type in 293, there's a black and white.
Ooh.
wow, Hughes' art is never really seen uncolored that often.
Gorgeous.
Right.
Is this a 1 in 10? What is this?
It is a 1-to-1 that nobody's going to see coming.
So let's pre-order
Yeah.
a couple of these.
Go ahead, get you
Let's
some of that.
Pre-order a couple of these.
All right, so I continue to dive down a little bit further, and I see there's a bunch of Cyberpunk additional memorabilia that they have listed in here. They got a coaster set for $10. They've got the Metro Life puzzle for $20. The Night City keychain, the Night City magnet, the Silverhand logo, keychain, logo magnet, logo pins, and then there's issue number 3. And then they got the trade paperback for $20, which is crazy because they only got issue 3 of 4, and they're already selling the trade paperback. So it's like, dang, can I get the whole issues like a month early or something? That's wild.
This Boom real quick's got the Power Rangers stuff for all you Power Rangers fans.
Yeah.
Let's see. Boom.
Then we're going to close this out with High Energy Marvel.
Yes, sir. This Faithless cover's pretty wicked.
So many Power Rangers. I can't keep up with it anymore.
Yep, and then for the Power Rangers at 915, that's that Momoko. And that's a one.
Yeah, Buffy. Ooh. All right, which one, Momoko? Where's that?
For the Power Rangers.
And I want to point out everybody to take a look at the Berserker books too. There's a Grandpa cover A, Midnight Release book it looks like, and then it's got a cover B. So it looks like 2 covers. Interesting.
That's not a bad Momoko. It's not bad.
And then so that's the 1-25, and then there's also going to be a 1-250.
And which one's that? 16?
No, excuse me. 918. So they don't have the art for that. So I don't know whether it's just a version of that one, but people need to know that that's going to be out there.
But they're rebooting Power Rangers again. That's interesting.
That sucks.
And So yeah, that Berserker for that grandma. Yeah, that's going to be.
That's the regular cover A, and I don't know what the cover B looks like. If you can pull up the cover art for B, maybe.
Which one is this? Is this in
Yeah,
Dark Horse?
Right there is.
Boom?
Yes, yeah, that's in Boom. There is no cover art for cover B right now, so don't even.
There's A.
Yeah. So Keanu Reeves' Berserker project will be in stores a month before this one. And then we only find them when they're dead. There's the Seven Secrets #4 Frisian variant down there.
Yep.
And I know that Brian's a Frisian person, so he's going to need to get him some of that.
That Seven Secrets is bad.
It doesn't look too bad. I like the pink glove and the hair. Interesting. That easy.
And then for that Seven Secrets #4, Mercado. He's got
Where?
So it's not published yet, but he's going to have a 1 to 10 of that.
If I get 10 Frisons, will I get that one?
Yep.
So what do I need to do that?
Order 10 of the Frisons.
Okay. All right. Where did I change quantity?
And then don't forget the. So I'll wait till you're done with that, and then I'll point one more out.
So you can go get the code for the variant, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have the code in there. I just gotta remember.
Okay, so I think that's that. Okay.
And then go to something that's killing the children. That would be 934. Right? That's the regular. And then, 934. That is the Momoko. That's out there.
Wow. That's going to be a hitter.
And that's a 1 to 25.
Yeah. Big time.
That's pretty dope.
That is dope.
It is. I just don't know if anybody's actually reading that book yet.
Yeah. All right. Wait, what is this one? Okay. All right, let's go to Marvel.
All right. Now Marvel, I got my little supplemental book down here. This is the free previews book, so this is going to make this one really good.
Just let me know where you guys want to go.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, start at the top of Marvel. If I go through the book, it's going to obviously list off the stuff that they're really pushing. And one of the things that they're opening up this month with, obviously, Eternals on the cover. But one of the first things they go right to is Wolverine, Black, White, and Blood.
Yes, hold on one second.
This is a interesting book because it's going to have interior art that is only black, white, and red. And the red is going to signify the blood. So I think this one's going to be kind of like an undercover hit.
Yeah.
Cool looking stuff,
Kubert
right?
Cover.
Right.
Really cool Kubert cover. Quintessential Wolverine artist Adam Kubert.
And there's interior art that shows him fighting Wendigo in the interior.
There is what is this? Doesn't say, but there is a variant.
Right. Yeah, there's about, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 variants of them. There is a 1 to 50, which is by Kubert. There is that Garney is a 1 to 1. That Daniel is a 1 to 25. And then there's one by Perez, and that's one's going to be a 1 to 100.
Yeah, it's probably a hidden gem by George Perez, Wolverine, which I can only imagine what that's going to be like. We'll probably have to wait to see some art on that one. And then, so following that, all right, we can get into Eternals because that one, even in the previous book here, shows an ungodly amount of variant covers. Oh my gosh! And it's not like they're not trying in here. They have just about every single artist they can. Even Frank Cho.
Momoko's in there.
Scotty Young, Dan Panosian, Todd Knopf, Grant Land, Ron Lim, Walt Simonson, Assad Ribic, Humberto Ramos, Assad Ribic's got 2 of them. It looks like here because they're launched design variants, launch variant, and then premiere variant, and then design variant and premiere variant by Ribic. So look, whatever goes on with Eternals, they're pushing this right now because they're trying to get us conditioned and ready for when it hits in theaters and stuff like that. And I can see they have
There's
some of the
Momoko
covers
right there.
Yeah,
That
that's dope looking.
up top, the one with the dude in the hand.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Super Log is
yeah,
that one's dope.
yeah, that's by Boss Logic. That's going to be a
Mhm.
1 of 50.
Ooh.
Okay, what's the ratio on the Super Log? That's that one right there, the Icarus Vitruvian Man.
Let's see.
And then there's an Alex Ross variant too.
My goodness.
Right?
There's a ton of them.
Oh my
Dude,
God.
there's 40 variants for this book right now, as far as I can see.
Okay.
Look at them all. Yeah, there's a Isad Ribic, Alex Ross, Momoko, Alan Davis, Art Adams, an Asrar, a Jen Bartel, a Bars Logic, a Russell Dotterman, Dave Johnson, Jeff Johnson, Mike Del Mundo, Jenny Frisson, Rian Gonzalez, Inhook Lee, J. Scott Campbell ×2. There's a Virgin J. Scott Campbell. John Romita Jr., Jack Kirby, Hidden Gem variant, Brian Peltier, Joe Quesada, Kerry Randolph, Eastside Ribic, Umberto Ramos, Eastside Ribic again, Walt Simonson, Ron Limp, Otto Schmidt, Superlog, Todd Knock, Greg Land, Jesus.
And this doesn't even touch the store variants that are coming for this book.
Frank Cho, Linnell Francis Yu, wow, Scotty Young.
So look, unless Eternals is like the biggest wham bam, awesomely received story, there's going to be a ton of these variants around.
Yeah.
So buy the ones you like. I know our speculator fans are probably looking at this like, there's probably going to be a little bit of heat on some of these out the gates. Maybe the Momoko, if she's still hot by that time. But tread lightly and buy what you like, so you don't feel bad about spending the money if it tanks. But some other cool stuff that I see in there. But turning the page in the actual paper one, it shows the Native American Heritage Tribute variant covers, which is line wide. So they've got them running through the line. And that also coincides with that book right there. Yep, Marvel's Indigenous Voices, which has a new printing also. It doesn't say...
God, that cover's bad. Why couldn't they have had a better cover? That cover is bad.
Well, then they've got that one, and then they have a new printing one that has the Marvel's Voices #1 new printing. It just says new printing, and that's the Miles Eye right there. So I don't know what's going on there, but
that's not bad.
All right, and then the Iron Man #3. Let me see if there's anything else besides. I want to get into X of Swords, because I definitely want to take a look at that. There's an Amazing Spider-Man 53, and then a 53.
Taskmaster #1.
Point LR. Yeah, Taskmaster. There's also, same time there's a Taskmaster, U.S. Agent #1. You'll find that one down at the bottom, obviously, because he starts with the U. So U.S. Agent #1, it's a 5-issue miniseries. The former Super Patriot has been stripped of his official U.S. agent status, and I have a feeling they're pushing this John Walker U.S. Agent series because of the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and we've already been spoiled on that one, so we know what's going on there. The variant cover for Miles Morales Spider-Man #20. Check it.
What is it?
Spider-Man #20.
Okay.
The variant.
Where am I missing it? I should be looking right at it.
Miles Morales Spider-Man. That's why. Because you got to look at him somewhere. There it is.
Wow.
Good looking variant.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so
Turin Clark.
Seeing what else we got here. The regular cover for Hellstrom Marvel Tales #1 looks pretty cool. It's an Enyaq Lee regular cover. And you gotta love it when it's not a variant. You know, when it actually is a regular cover getting some love.
But they aren't showing it. That's a bummer.
Oh, they show it in here, and it's an Enyaq Lee
Well, let's see. Can you make
Hellstrom cover.
Show your screen?
How good is my camera?
Yeah, gotcha.
Decent. Okay, so we got Champions is going to be on issue #2 off their new reboot. That one, obviously, it's still very heavily Kamala and Miles, and it looks like Riri is pictured in the background too, kind of like laying low. Looks like Arrow and Swordmaster are resuming. Oh, here's something I wanted to show everybody.
Here's that Champions cover. It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's really not.
Let's see.
You got me on full screen, so
Yeah.
there you go. So, they're continuing the Outlawed story. And it seems like Riri is probably in the background on things and trying to lay low a little bit, not really flexing her Ironheart suit to out her as far as being there. But that Champions looks cool. Check out the return of Power Pack with Power Pack #1.
Outlawed, yeah. Man, they're really pushing that, aren't they?
Well, the Outlawed is basically, telling all of the younger heroes, you're not allowed to do this because you're too young.
Yes.
So all the younger heroes are basically, doing what youth would do. So there are some variant covers for that one, obviously, and expect the cult following of Power Pack,
yes,
who has not collected a comic in 30 years, to extract themselves from their house to come and get a Power Pack #1. So I don't know what's going on next with Thor, but we've got the return of Donald Blake.
Yeah, that's another interesting thing that's happening. So that's so weird, right? Because you've got him doing weird, great stuff in the cosmic world, but now you want to bring him back to down to Earth to do this Donald Blake thing. I don't know if that's the way to go about it, but fuck it.
There's a Spider-Man book we're going to get to. Obviously, Venom is still hot. Everything going on with Immortal Hulk, still the same.
Yeah,
status quo.
Phoenix variants. That's going to be a thing.
Strange Academy #5 character spotlight variant still again by Art Adams. I don't know which character they're going to spotlight, but the last time they spotlit #2 was Dormammu's kid.
And then there's going to be a remote learning variant for that. And so there's an Art Adams character spotlight, and then there's a remote learning.
Great covers on those Strange Academy.
So this is the one that sold me on the whole Strange Academy concept, right? It's got that horror vibe. Plus, this is the one that reminds me so much of that manga vibe, right? That character development, that the delving into the darkness and the other side. If this is one of the covers that doesn't sell you on Strange Academy, then I don't know what's going to sell you. Because this is the way it's supposed to be, especially that the little girl. I forget who is that little Voodoo, Dr. Voodoo's little girl. I don't know if that's her.
I haven't read
or some other character.
I believe so.
I got them coming up though for sure.
Yeah, between her and then the other new character is Emily Bright, which is the female character to the right. But yeah.
Right now, I want to give a shout out to Wanted Comics for their variant cover for Venom #2 because of this picture, and I don't know if you want to make me full screen to see this one.
Stand by.
Wow. This is at the center of the previews.
Wow.
King in Black, and it's got all of the flying version symbiotes.
No TIE fighters?
No TIE fighters. They're not TIE fighters this time. But turning back a page, and I said something about this a while back. how I was calling it that I didn't think the King in Black was going to be Null. I thought the King in Black was going to be somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
They got a miniseries, Symbiote Spider-Man King in Black, 5-issue miniseries.
Nice. Ooh. So hold that up again. Hold that up again, because somebody told me that it was not going to be Kang.
Yep.
There he is, right there.
Uh-huh.
Somebody said, "Oh, it's not him." Guess
Look
what?
at the Watcher,
There he
too.
is. Exactly.
Rocket
Called it.
Raccoon's in there too. So they got a variant cover by Jeff Shaw. That one looks pretty good, but it looks like there's more variants listed. There's one by Superlog, and if it's a variant by Superlog, it's probably going to be sick looking. Because Superlog's designs are usually pretty good. They're going to have a black variant cover.
Ooh, I'm all over that one.
I know you are.
Where's that? Let's buy that. Is that King in Black?
Yep, King. This is Symbiote Spider-Man King in Black, number 1 of 5. So Greg Land's doing the art and the cover, and there's a variant cover by Jeff Shaw. There's another variant cover by Kerry Randolph.
Where is it, man?
They don't show any of those except for the Jeff Shaw. And the
You
Jeff
can't
Shaw.
order-
All right. Yeah. So type in. It's going to be September 20066.
Hold on, let me go back. Okay, 20066.
664. That's where it starts. Right. And then you could just, which one did you want? There's the Shaw, Randolph, Superlaw.
The all black one.
That one's going to be 669. And that's there's no
Black-
art for that one.
Black
Yeah.
blank variant. Because this is just black blank variant.
That's the one I want. I'm gonna get a bunch of those. Those are gonna be dope.
So it's going to be interesting to see where that ties in, and if the
Order 10 of those.
Symbiote Spider-Man. I mean, you might want to up your order, but you never know.
Look at this Wolverine. Oh wait, we're gonna get into that.
Yeah, we're gonna get into all the Exosword stuff and some of the disappointment because Marvel decided Fortnite over Exoswords. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Here's the Thor Donald Blake stuff, of course.
So yeah, Donald Blake is returning as a persona in Thor and Thor number 9. We've also got a Valkyrie Phoenix variant cover by Jenny Frisian.
That's the Hildebrandt cover.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Frisian cover. Ooh, is it a 1 in 10? What is it?
Lucas, can you clue us in on that one?
My fingers can only type so fast. Okay, so that is a 1-to-1. No
Oh.
wire.
Okay. So I'll order one of those.
Yep.
Is it a qualifier though, or is it open order?
It is open order.
Oh wow! But because it's an open order on a Donny Cates Thor book that probably has nothing to do with the A cover, you might actually see this one go under the radar. But the fact that it's a Frisian cover and it's FOC, and they haven't shown us any artwork, what's up with that?
Right. Well, we still got some time on that one. FOC is going to be 10/12, October 12th, so you still got at least
gotcha.
a month on that one.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's one of those things about doing a preview show this early. but still,
Fusing the two again, of course, FOC and previews. We're at the beginning of the curve right now, so we're building the hype.
Exactly.
But so yeah, pretty cool that one's going to be a Frisian variant going to be available for a Thor book, and it's going to be a Valkyrie Phoenix variant, which that's just going to get me speculating. Gears start to rolling, and I need to slow down on all that because my brain can only work so fast. So we got Marvel snapshots that looks like what is that variant cover by Stars Johnson, hidden gem variant. That's another hidden gem variant by George Perez.
Hold on. Marvel. You said hidden. All right. Let's see. Yep. So, hey, by
Alex Ross cover?
Wait, for which title? Because I only see
It's called Avengers Marvel Snapshots #1.
interesting because I only see hidden gem variants for the Eternals.
Yeah, Hidden Gem variant covered by George Perez. March. Oh, these are old March resolicits.
Yes. Yeah.
So that's why some of these are looking a little strange, like a little out of place.
Ooh,
That one, okay. So since you jumped to Star Wars, there's another Star Wars one. You think that's cool? I got something for Empire Strikes Back fans that's probably going to make this book blow up. If you go and look for the variant cover for, let me get back to the page, for Star Wars #8.
That one right there, huh?
yeah,
Uh huh. You guys remember
Epic.
that?
epic panel.
Yep.
I mean, freaking, you never
Chris
forget that one.
Sprouts. Look at this one right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty
Yeah,
that
that
one
one's-
right there. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's going to be in Darth Vader is going to be pretty cool, being that one's a Empire Strikes Back variant. These will most likely be incentives. Is that what you're seeing, Lucas?
Yeah.
That one, believe it or not, is not an incentive. That is a regular 1-to-1.
Ha. Okay.
And there was also, I noticed, a John Tyler Christopher action figure variant.
Again for #8.
And it looks like this is, for #8. Doesn't say who.
No, because they're not going to release that one yet because of what they did with the yellow lightsaber Luke and how it probably killed it. That may be an incentive variant unless Lucas can tell on his end right now.
So for which one? That Star Wars?
Yeah, #8. There's
John
a
Tyler Christopher.
the action figure variant, or it's a percentile qualifier. That's probably ridiculous.
That's pretty dope.
That's a good looking cover.
Zuckus, Forlome, and Vanth, right?
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Gotta
Balance.
love it when the cult following people get their cover finally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't see. Wait. So for there's a Star Wars #8 golden variant. That's a 1-to-25.
All right, and that's the variant cover by Golden. So the action figure variant by John Tyler Christopher, is that showing on your side?
It is. It is. I mean, not the photo, but it is a 1-to-1. So
Okay.
order all you want.
Okay, cool. Well, open order means that the action figure variants are probably going to be plentiful.
Dr. Afra, Linnell Francis Yu cover. A lot
Yeah.
of Linnell Francis Yu fans out there.
And it says not final art.
Ooh. This one just says artist variant.
And it's because right now in the previous book it says cover by Linnell Yu, variant cover by to be announced.
Ooh, nice.
So they have not chosen the art for that one, but the synopsis for the book says Afra has a new worst enemy. The villainous Domina Tague returns. Oh, it's General Tague's daughter, right?
Right. So that's not going to be her first appearance. Her first appearance was a while ago. They have been building that up for a while.
Nice.
Jason says that scene freaked me out as a kid. He's probably talking about the scene where, he's fighting Darth Vader, and he chops off the head. The head rolls around, and then it turns out to be Luke. That one is such a Oedipus Rex freaking Dr. Freud moment because, you can fight your dad all you want, but all your fears and weaknesses, that's you.
You will become Vader.
You will become Vader. You will become your father at some point in your freaking life. Get it straight, man. That's why that's why Star Wars, even though a lot of people don't like Star Wars, that's the real underlying thing, man. That's so freaking good. And then I was actually talking to my wife and kid about the whole thing about why Darth Vader was so bad and everything. It was because in his mind, he was going to be able to erase all that. Because the big promise that the Emperor made to him was, you will be able to defeat death. All these people you will be able to bring them back as soon as we figure out this whole life equation thing, man. So man, Star Wars, even though I know there's a lot of fans, the whole psychological thing behind it is just not played off enough and not given enough credit, That's my favorite stuff. Include the Pooh, the whole stuff between Winnie the Pooh. That people don't go into that enough. Um, that cover is dope. Yes, it is, man. Yes, it is. I wish it was a little bit more realistic, like that Darth Vader joint down there. The
Yeah,
one
get
with
some of these. There
yeah.
you
If
go.
if it had more of a feel to that, like that one, I would absolutely buy it more into it. But that's still a bad cover into itself. Just absolutely amazing.
All right. I think it's time we skipped over the rest of this stuff and got into the House of X side of things because this X of Swords parts 12 through 21 are solicited in this previews.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of parts. That Wolverine you were showing. Go ahead and pull up. That's the regular cover. So, all right. I'm pretty disappointed in Marvel at this point because for last month's preview show, we were looking at that one cover that showed the one guy Solemn, who was going to be a brand new character apparently, and he's got a variant on X Force, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
Wolverine apparently has got a whole bunch of stuff going on with X of Swords, but all of the X of Swords variant covers were pushed into open order by the Fortnite 1 in 25 incentives. Lucas, go look at previews real quick and see, because I'm pretty sure when we were looking through there last month, those X of Swords variants, like the one for Uncanny X Force 13, was supposed to be a 1 in 25 incentive. I don't think it's a 1 in 25 incentive anymore.
I'm looking at the. So you're talking about for X of Swords? Because
Yeah.
I'm looking at all the X of Swords. There's a Laron design variant that's a 1 to 10.
Okay.
The Stegman is a 1 to 50. But that's X of Swords. Yeah, this is X of Swords Destruction.
Okay. I think now they got a number
and
15 for
then-
Momoko, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, all the X of Swords, just X of Swords. There's a 1 to 50 and there's a 1 to 10.
Okay. But for X Force.
X Force, okay.
So yeah, if you see down there for X Force. So last month we looked at the so that's issue 14. So last month issue 13 had Wolverine on the cover with one of the new guys in Apocalypse in that whole round table of new villains again. And then the 13th variant had him on the cover with Wolverine again. They hadn't thought about that Fortnite variant at that point. So I'm pretty sure it was supposed to be a 1 in 25 incentive, and it got bumped. And now they're open order, so it killed a lot of the spec value on it. But these variants right here, does it show on your side in the system as being an open order variant?
That one is an open order.
Mm-hmm.
That one's an open order. So yeah, there's that one, and then there's a Ferreria, and they're both 1 to 1. So open order. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I don't know what happened. They lost all their spec value realistically. But if they're open order and they don't get ordered, it's the same equation that happened with like all the House of X and Powers of X books that were like the connecting variants and things like that. Still going to have have a possibility of a good aftermarket. But yeah, all the good incentives aren't 1 in 25s anymore. They're now open order. Oh well.
Jeez.
That's sick looking Apocalypse by you right there.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
So it doesn't look like up to chapter 21, I should say, of X of Swords that there's really anything. Got to basically find out what's going to happen inside the story. Is there going to be anything happening inside the story that warrants it to be, spec'd on as far as, I'm thinking, personally here. And of course, yep, there's your Venom. So Cable 6. Yeah, I don't see anything else really going on inside of here.
And there's your Punk Spider-Man characters. It looks like. No, maybe not.
Scarlet Spiders, man.
Yeah.
No, those are Agent Venoms.
Okay, I thought those were the punk ones.
No, those are definitely the Agent Venoms that exist in that universe where everybody's an Agent Venom.
That's true. Right.
It was kind of crazy to see that, like, except for the Avengers, they're Venomized Avengers, and then everybody else is an Agent Venom fighting the Venomized Avengers. So, what does that say? Null variant?
Yeah, this is Cooter, Aaron Cooter, Venom number 30 variant.
Yep, that is a 1/25.
Ooh, that's a nice cover. I mean, when you really look at it, it's really nice.
And if Gary the Despective was here right now, he would be telling everybody to pay attention to the True Believers that are on previews this month. And I just did. And I think I might have had a come apart because I might be having a spec download nightmare going on in my brain right now that's going to cause me to break the internet this coming weekend. So we'll see if that's true, but I may have just affirmed some of the books that I picked up today that were basically like nothing, but that would involve our favorite writer Donnie Cates into actually playing everybody for fools like he does.
Well, there's a Stegman variant. Which one is that there, Lucas?
I'm sorry, say again?
The Stegman variant?
The Stegman is going to be a 1/500.
Wow.
1/500, folks. We don't even have the up yet, but it's a 1/500.
You guys remember on Venom 26 when they had that Stegman variant, the color variant, and then they obviously had the 1/100 sketch.
Uh-huh.
How I told them they screwed up so bad they should have had the 1/100 be the Stegman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Maybe they listened.
Maybe they did. I don't think I have that kind of
I'm going to tell y'all right now, if y'all try to order that through the poll box, I'm going to find your address and I'm going to come to your house and fucking
Drop them off.
All right. So I just
want
to point out the books that are in this. Yeah, that Juggernaut cover looks dope. The books that are in this Get Ready for King in Black with These True Believers list. Some pretty cool books in here. And
Trying to find it here. There we go.
With the True Believers?
No, the King in Black stuff. Because King in Black number 1.
Yeah.
Right. So for the King in Black True Believers, there's the Gamma Flights Doc Samson number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, we've been been talking about that they're trying to cross that over into the Hulk Green Door universe.
Mm-hmm.
That would confirm that, right? Oh, that Black Widow. What is that?
Adam Hughes. Yeah.
Then there's the True Believers King in Black Knight number 1. That's an interesting one. I'm not tracking that. I'm gonna have to read that one. There's the Black Panther number 1. That's really interesting because even though the Black Panther sucks, I think that everybody associated with that should be fired. There was a point where Killmonger switched over with or combined with the Venom symbiote, not necessarily the Venom symbiote, but a symbiote.
A symbiote, yeah, I remember that.
Plus the African gods, so that's definitely interesting.
We'll talk about it off air because I'm already connecting dots that people probably aren't seeing. But go on.
Valkyrie number 1, we talked about that like almost a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
Beta Ray Bill, I'm not tracking that, so that's going to be interesting.
His cosmic involvement, I'm catching that one.
Thunderbolts number 1, that's an interesting thing. Black Monster World number 1. I'm not even tracking that one. I didn't even know that was a thing, so I'm gonna have to pick that out and read that one. Iron Man Doctor Doom number 1. That's another one I'm gonna have to read. It's reprinting Iron Man number 149. So excuse me, with that Monster World number 1, that is actually a reprinting of Venom Super Special from 1995. True Believers King in Black Cat number 1, it reprints Amazing Spider-Man number 194. That's her first appearance. And then True Believers King in Black, Franklin Richards number 1, and reprints Fantastic Four number 245.
Mic drop.
So there's a lot of interesting things that
very interesting things.
Yeah. So, and then the King of Black Valkyrie #1, it reprints Avengers #83. So, they told you. They're telling you what they're trying to go with it. So that Black Widow #93. I want to check that real quick and see what the variants for that one is. So
Adam Hughes did that one retailer summit variant for #1 that just came out, right? Or it was some kind of a retailer exclusive variant.
hmm
The Perel #1, 1 in 25 looks dope. The open order Campbells were pretty good too.
Yes.
You know, but
I really want one of those Campbells. Those Campbells are nice.
And again, like I said, said last night on chat about having the peasant one with the barcode.
Well, if you want one of the Camels, just remind me and I'll send one off to you.
Hell yeah!
How did they look for you, Lucas? Because honestly, I've seen a lot of the Black Widows and the Cables with a lot of print lines across the actual covers.
I've got so many. I haven't really taken. I was more interested in the spine ticks, which I did see some, and then there's like a lot of like white lines along the back. So that's what I did see. So that's going to be a tough cover for a lot of people to get 9.8. I mean, there's going to be a lot of copies out there, but it's not. You just got to be careful.
Yeah,
I could definitely see
Amulet returns. Here we go. Show it off again. Full screen it because Ms. Marvel fans love this one.
Right.
This dude appeared right before the COVID hiatus.
Right. Exactly.
I like that cover for some reason. I like the way that they draw the Kamala Khan in that.
Action.
Yeah. It's a good cover. Very cool.
So, if you got a second real quick, I know we kind of just brazed over it, but the X of Swords Wolverine is showing 3 variant covers. I see a Phoenix Wolverine variant.
Right here, yeah, but it doesn't show it.
Okay, so we got
Wolverine Phoenix variant by Russell Dodderman.
Do you guys remember the Wolverine Phoenix from what was it? Infinity Wars or Thor #1?
Yeah, with my favorite one was the Thanos one. Remember the Thanos one? Phoenix variant.
Oh yeah. Oh, for the Phoenix variant. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because not only was that a Phoenix variant, but if you remember the Thanos #1, 1 in 50 to call, it shows in his eyes the Phoenix Force.
Yeah.
So there are 3 variants for Wolverine #7, which makes it interesting because I was wondering, what one of those would be. There's basically all the rest of them, but there's a Peach Momoko variant.
I found it. Hold on, look at this. Watch this, dude. This is crazy. Where did that go? It's this right here, it looks like. And it won't let me...
Open image in new tab.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. It's Anubis or something with Storm.
Oh, wow. Okay. I've seen that image. I have seen that image.
Yeah. It says Wolverine #7. Yeah.
No, that's the cover for Marauders #14.
Okay.
So they're just using that image. So right there's
that's badass.
Yeah, that's basically the Phoenix Wolverine from the past that was revealed in that one story. I believe it was a Thor book where Wolverine had shown up from the future as a Phoenix.
Yeah, that was cool.
But I'm not seeing anything totally else.
Yeah, not much.
Wow, what is this?
But there's a Momoko variant for X-Men #15, it looks like.
Let's see.
Yes.
Yep, no art yet.
Okay.
What about... No, you're right.
That's Wind. It is Wind. Yep.
Ooh, what about that? No?
That is Horizon New Dawn.
Okay. Man, a lot of people out there cheating on their thumbnails, saying it's something when it isn't.
Gotta get those clicks, baby.
Uh-huh. Yep. I don't see anything.
Good stuff, though. I mean,
Yep.
there's definitely some gems in these choices here, but you know, I still wait until the last minute to decide who's getting my dollar.
Yeah.
The very last minute.
So are we done, gents, or are we?
I think so.
I think
All right.
I think that kind of breezed through them all. You know, we took a little bit longer than we probably would have wanted to, but I had fun doing it.
I
Amen.
did too, gents. Thanks once again, gents, for joining me on Comic Crusaders. Thank you to the people who actually found us on Comic Crusaders. I was so afraid that there was not going to be anybody in there. I can't see the numbers of people that are in there right now. It's probably like 3. I know that at least 3 people actually showed up inside the chat. But yeah, once again, thanks. And then how many hours are we going? Did we go for like 4 or 5 hours? I was like, because it's like 1:47 in the morning. But yeah, this actually wasn't as bad as the last time that we did it, which was just grinding through it, all that stuff. But once again, thank you to Ultra Maximus. This guy right here. Definitely follow him because he's going to give you some stuff in the Raw Report. He's already freaking telling us about some stuff that he's going to go through. And then once again, this gentleman down here, Brian McClay from the podcast, definitely follow him on Instagram, Twitter, and all that stuff, and subscribe to his YouTube. And on the flip side, and then you probably will see me when I can get in on there just to talk some bullshit. So once again, guys, thank you very much, and we're out.